radio check
What,
for
the
you from
experience of having
132.2
Sergeant
copy,
Stewart's
over.
fiddle of your grenade launcher?
Yeah, and that.
Jay just reach you,
Right on.
132.2 over.
Solid copy on the lap. I was on yelling.
Private Jacobs, are you team leading?
Negative.
Right then, put the right helmet on.
Copy. Oh yeah, I have the headset one on, sorry.
Ugh.
3-2, this is 3-7 on 120.
Send it for 3-2.
You right here anyway, so I need.
Oh.
Let me know when everyone's loaded in.
Faithful. That's our last guy coming in. We'll
Perkinson, are you CLS for Bravo?
We're not taking it.
Negative, that's Sergeant O'Neill.
We're still missing one for Alpha, but I guess we're not getting there anymore. Yep.
Oh, we're
Don't
doing
push blue, Jacobs.
Yeah, copy.
Faithful.
Thank you.
Okay, I gotta run back and dump mine. I still have my CLS in my loadout.
Special is Perkinson in. If you could take the IT4 and fill up Alpha instead, please.
Say, can you say we'll take the 84 and fill up with Alpha?
Yep.
Cover that. Alpha, this is Perkinson, radio change frequency 132.1 over.
Perkinson, this is Alpha. I read you. Lima Charlie on 132.1 over.
Select up Perkinson out.
Buddy teams will be myself and Hardman and Stewart and Perkinson.
Copy.
Interrogative, who's carrying CLS and a SUIC for Alpha?
Ah, yes. Perkinson, can you grab CLS for me, please?
Affirm.
And Stewart is 2IC for Alpha.
Alpha Bravo, let me know when your guys are ready.
Alpha, this Perkinson CLS has been grabbed. Over.
Bravo copies.
Copy, Perkinson. Actual, this is Alpha. We're all ready.
April. Bravo, I'm afraid to say that you
Hey,
only
so
have
let's
3
go.
people tonight, unless we get one more sometime in the future.
Where'd Perkinson go?
Hey,
You
stand
had
by,
to be
Sergeant Lee. I think I have
reassigned
someone.
to Alpha. Oh yeah?
Yeah, someone.
Let's make it a definite.
Sergeant Lee? Yep, I got Specialist Littleberry coming.
April, glad to hear. 3-7, this is 3-2 and 130.
That's right.
3-7, this is 3-2. We managed to grab one more fill-in. They're coming in to fill up 3-2 Bravo as well. Specialist Littleberry. Affirm 3-2 out.
Perkins, do you have a 2-round box for the AR?
Affirm. Turn around and mate 55A1 mixed.
Jolly good.
briefing hasn't happened yet. We just got one last guy loading in, and then I assume we will get into figuring out what the plan is today. But looking at our map, I have a suspicion. So, objective, and we have a objective. Okay. Yeah, town clearing, and we are doing vehicles. I am AR 3 Alpha. Carrying the saw. That guy.
Alpha, this is more requesting radar check on frequency 133.1, over.
Sorry, this
That's
is
my UAV up.
Julie Michole 130, over. Can I help you?
Okay, Pereira is gonna load in and he'll take the AR setup.
I'm here, Smith.
What's going on, Milos? What's going on?
Yeah, I think we might need it.
Yeah, he's a high-ranking officer, so he doesn't enjoy time with us anymore.
Well, in my opinion, it doesn't matter what rank you have. We're all together.
I hope I'm not driving, because some of those markers. And I'm terrible at driving. Okay, so it's like left if we're going to the green shit, and yellow if we're going to the yellow shit.
Mo, have you done your already check?
Let me try.
Roger that, Mo. This is Macmillan. Read you Lima Charlie on frequency 133.1, over. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Send over 32.
Just waiting for
I believe you're in the wrong spot, Specialist Snowberry.
Melis, can you move your butt a little bit back, please?
Am I Sergeant?
We both have the
32 copy.
AT4, I think that's what he's talking about.
They told me Alpha.
Alpha, this is 32.
Did I?
Yeah.
Go for Alpha.
Oh, I said
Alpha, I want you to grab
Bravo
1
Rifleman.
times 50
Okay.
cal
Oh.
vehicles,
Ferguson lied to you,
two
little
unarmed
Barry.
vehicles in the middle, and then one
I
Alright,
told
I'll
him
go
to,
change
at
it.
the end.
told him to grab the Alpha slot because I got switched. I was joined originally in
Copy,
Bravo
150
and got
cal,
switched over.
2 unarmed, and
Yeah.
1 Mark
No.
19.
Sounds good, make it happen.
Alright, Alpha, on me. Let's go grab the Vix.
Roger, what are we grabbing?
We'll be grabbing 1 times 50 cal in the front, 2 unarmed in the center, and 1 Mark 19 in the rear.
Roger, I'll grab the one right there.
I'll grab one of the unarmed Vics.
I'll grab it or unarmed one. Somebody on the 50 cal.
I'm with the 50 cal, so I'll do it. Okay. Play out of vehicles and shoot on the template.
Alright, just line them up behind me.
want to stay in the dicks or get out of it once they park them?
We're pushing the vehicles to the front of the compound, so just mount back up.
Copy.
I guess just go line back up.
This is Pink Victor lined up. The team that's picking them up is going back online now. We're ready to go.
Bravo's ready to go now.
Anything else, Ramirez? Okay.
Excuse me,
Alright.
Sergeant Tosco.
Ifo.
You're not that old,
I have a
Sergeant
one,
Tosco.
I have a 4 yellow smokes and 2 green smoke and 2 frag.
Oh shit, you're that old. Okay. It's the glasses making you. The glasses making you look younger.
I do not have a strike gun. Should I get one?
What do you think, sir?
Sorry.
Perel, why are you back there? Go in front. I just.
Alright, Sergeant Ramirez, I got the green and the red one. Any question, any idea which vehicle Alpha is going in?
School circle on 37.
School circle on 37.
Yeah, nice. Huh.
Did everyone did the radio check, right?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Sergeant.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. All right. So once again, Sergeant Ramirez and I have somehow managed to pull up another joint training once again. And the reason why we're doing this joint training is because there's no other way to train a squad on fundamentals of convoy movement and along with training squad leaders how to be 2ICs if they don't have another squad with them. So basically this just builds up the communication between the two. Along with that, you have other vehicles with you that can watch different sectors. So that's the whole objective here for this training. Our primary focus is just for 2IC movement, overall, I should say, for our team leaders and squad leaders, along with Sergeant Ramirez and I as Acting 3637. And then in addition to that as well, we're going to be trying to bungle up in for convoy movement. So anyone got any questions with that?
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay. Now, with a big group like this, we expect it to be this full, so we'll try to our best to go through this sandbox portion as quickly as possible so that you guys could get the full-on experience of how to actually move on with the convoy and with communication through SquadNet. All right, so that everyone has the document pulled up. I just put in chat. All right.
Affirm, Sergeant.
Affirm.
So we both have been thinking about some things that we want squad leaders, well, you guys to do as well as what we have done, and some things that we've messed up on and improved ourselves on as squad leaders. And along with that as well, some things that we've learned as team leaders and what we want team leaders to do. Now, one thing that I always think and know is that the only way for you to know how to do the job better is if you do the job above that. So I mean by that is, as me, I've learned how to be a very well-standing team leader as being a squad leader. Because there's things that I want my team leaders to do, number one. And number two, there's things that I know a team leader should do. So if I would have decided to jump down to a team leader billet instead of being a squad leader, then pretty much I might be a very well team leader in that standpoint. You guys get what I'm saying from there?
Affirm.
Affirm.
So overall, what I'm saying here is that the best way, in my opinion, for a person to learn how to do the job above them is to see how the job is 2 levels above. So what you guys should do after this training is review that video I posted on there with the first sergeant as platoon sergeant of Havoc 1. And there's some videos of him as platoon sergeant as well throughout Operation Righteous Eagle and some FTX cycles where he became the first sergeant. And the reason for that is because if you listen to that video, you'll hear other squad leaders communicate with each other. At no time does the first sergeant ever direct the squad leaders on how to make their movement. When they get engaged by contacts, he'll just remind them, all right, well, you guys, your two are paired up. Go ahead and communicate with each other how to bound up. And
Okay,
you
I'll
hear
be back
most
in
of the time,
30 seconds here.
all the time, he's just talking on direct chat to one squad leader once in a while or talking to Dagger. First time, squad leaders communicate with each other. So those are things you guys can learn from there. And team leaders, help your squad leaders make that initiative. You got to make the initiative too as well. And follow through the orders and bring it down to any command as quickly as possible. So any questions so far?
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay. First, let's go over some things as a team leader would do. This is not only for the 2 ICs to learn and 3 ICs, but everyone to learn. Because one day, eventually, you guys will be team leaders. Either it'll be more open billets or people got to go reserves. You never know what will happen. So, your toughest task as a team leader is not what is in game, but basically out of game. You got to deal with communication such as like sending up information up the forums, down the forums. You guys sometimes have to deal with situations that may happen, such as if someone doesn't have the right loadout or you got a new guy on your team. And the best thing you do is to train them on their weapon system. Also, maybe a case where the guy in your team needs to get counseled. And you got to do that difficult thing to counsel a guy that you've built a very close relationship with. Because, but one thing though, you always want to be authoritative, but let's not skip too far from that point. But as team leader though, you have to dedicate your time to the improvement and betterment for not only your team, but for your squad and for your platoon. Because overall, at the end of the day, your team is what makes the platoon succeed. If you can't do your job as team leader, then the squad leader can't do his job as squad leader, and platoon can't succeed that well. You guys get what I'm saying from there. So it all trickles down to that one lowest leadership that is very important. And that is you guys as team leaders. Now, some important things you guys want to do is first off, communicate up and down your chain of command. Your messages need to be concise and accurate. That is both in game and out of game. When you hear a message come from you, take your time. So if you're a team member, send out a contact report. Hey, we got contact bearing 138, range, this and that, and that. Then take your time, look at it, make sure that's accurate. If you believe the guy and know it's accurate, then you can send it directly up. However, though, same time you get that contact report, at the same time a squad leader will hear it or will know where they're taking fire from. But you always want to send up concise messages and accurate messages as well, because what's going to happen is that your squad leaders will half the time either confirm the contact report you're bringing up, and the other half the time they'll bring it up immediately because there might be a friendly squad right next to that enemy squad. If you guys get what I mean. Do I need to go more in depth in that? Do you guys get what I'm throwing out?
I'm good on it, actually.
It's only 2 guys. I mean, and I want 2 guys to take 20 people. Okay, there we go. So yeah, there's always be squads nearby that position. Okay, next, make sure your men are well informed of any information. So where you get from above your chain of command. So if you hear information from a friendly fire team leader that's in your squad saying they brought out a contact report, send that down your chain of command. Squad leader gives you an order, go ahead and do that. And alpha forums as well. If your squad leader sent you information that's important through the forums, you want to send that down to your men as well. If you see a mod pack update, update that on your forums or send a message to your team. So these are just all the jobs that you guys gotta do as team leaders, and just review these portions. I'm just skipping over some stuff, but those things you want to go over. Now, okay, next is talking to your other team leaders that's in your squad. So you never want to just always keep boggling down with your squad leader, but have time squad leader has to communicate on platoon net. So try to communicate with your friendly team leader. So, hey, let's bound to this position. I got contacts over here. Or, hey, Alpha, I got contacts to my direct front bearing 228. Can you push up about 200 meters forward and then flank the contacts from the southern side or whatever? That way, you have to tell actual, hey, we got contact in front of us, because when he hears you're telling Alpha that there's contacts up here, can you move up here? That at that point, now he's gonna bring that up. 3-2 or 3-3 is being engaged, bearing 228 squad size element about 200 meters up ahead. So you have to bring the contact report to Alpha, to squad leader. Just communicate with your team leader on how to take out those contacts. So right now you're setting up the contact report at the same time as well, maneuvering with the other element. All right. Now next is being accountable for your men. At all times, you guys should be responsible for them, whether they're not in game and out of game. Making sure that they're with you at all times with the rest of the team. So you got to check on your macro dagger to make sure that people aren't being lost or being sidetracked by certain things. Make sure that they're holding that 360 security. Checking on everyone, and as well checking in with other squad members in the squad. So talking to Bravo, hey Bravo, are you guys up? And you want to do this before a firefight, during, and after. What I mean by before is that while you guys are moving, check in on them. So even if firefight's not happening and you guys are up, you guys okay or whatever, do we need to slow down, your fatigue, okay? When a firefight begins, check in. Ask who is up, but some people might got shot as soon as that first fire went out. And then during the firefight, check in. The firefight's going on for 5 minutes, you want to do those freaking check-ins. Then when the firefight's over with, check in still. Want to make sure that people are still alive. Because one thing that will always happen is that the squad leader will always be forgotten, because you guys are doing your job by communicating with each other, and when you guys start communicating with each other, you end up forgetting about actual, or your squad medic, or other members in your team. So make sure you guys do that. Make sure the equipment of your men are good. Make sure they're not low on magazines, because one thing that's going to happen is that if you tell me you're black on ammo, then that does not give me enough time to go tell Platoon HQ that we are black on ammo, we need to resupply soon. You know, stats your men outside and inside the game. If they're not be able to make it and they're sick, tell them, hey, I hope you guys feel better. That's one way to build up a relationship with your men. Next, have authority and attention to detail. It's always okay to have fun. Most of us love to have fun. Am I right, Sergeant Ramirez?
Yes.
Lieutenant Milius, am I correct though?
Hell yeah, Sergeant.
Sergeant Tosco, am I correct?
Hoorah.
You always want to have fun with your men. That means outside the official setting, play games with them if they're online, if they want to do that. Or before we even load into server, y'all can play a mini game or whatever, or communicate. You never want to always be so strict at all times, or else you're just gonna down the fun of everyone else. But however, though, other half of the time, you gotta put in some enforcement down. You can't let things trickle and let it fester for a long time, because it's gonna get worse, and then people are gonna rub off on that. You let people start, how should I say this? Let me think of an example. You let people start doing things their way and not the way you want to do it, you're going to end up having your whole squad do it their way and not the way you want to do it. Then it'll be too hard for you to have them change their ways. So if things happen, you can let it slide. But after the second time it happens, then you gotta address it. And don't do it in front of everybody else. Do it, have a little discussion with them. But if you notice the squad starts doing it, then you got to address it in front of everybody else and tell everyone, hey, let's make sure we fix ourselves on this. Let's make sure we not do this. Does everyone understand me?
Hey, firm, Sergeant.
Hey, firm, Sergeant.
Show your men in the day that you are at the end of the day, you're the person in their direction and command. There's a reason why you were placed in that position. Remind them that. Don't let people try to jump over your job. As team leader, it's your job to know the ins and outs of every op order. And this is the portion for attention to detail. The briefing and the intent of your squad leader and your platoon HQ elements and your company commander. That is your job. Because if the squad leader goes down, you got to make sure that you succeed on doing what he wants you guys to do as a squad, and what platoon HQ wants the whole squad to do, and platoon to do, and what is task force commander's intent for the whole platoon to do. Like I said, team leader's job is very more important because you got a lot of information that you got to know. And not only team leaders need to know this, team members need to know this. 2 ICs when you guys step up, and 3 ICs and 4 ICs. Right now, Private Holden is a 4 IC. He's leading Alpha right now. So 2 ICs got to know a lot of information as well. And some things are in reference of WC1, WC2 if you guys haven't taken that yet. Now, as team leaders, is your job to make sure you guys explain the importance of information up and down chain of command. It's very important to bring those up and down, because if your men are uninformed, then there's no way of them knowing what to do. Any questions with the job of a team leader?
No, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay.
Negative, Sergeant.
Now, move on to a squad leader's job. Squad leader has the same job as team leader, because, in my opinion, a squad leader does the same thing as team leader does. He communicates with squad leaders just as if the team leader communicates with his friendly fire team leader. Squad leader has to bring up information down and up his chain of command. He is accountable for all of his men. So every characteristic I brought up to you guys about team leader is the same thing squad leader has. Here's something a little different though. He must his communication is very important. Once again, we got to bring up that very crucial point right there. Communication is very key in everything we do. So I want to make sure to remind you guys that communication is key. Team members up to task force commander it's their job to communicate information up and down chain of command. It's crucial for team squad leaders to communicate on squad net and platoon net. You can't monitor your team nets and communicate on your team nets. You got to communicate on the squad net and platoon net at all times. You got to keep your squad coordinated, and you got to inform platoon of your movement, contacts you can engage, and inform other squads how they can help to assist you, and how can you assist them as well at the same time. Don't let your platoon HQ micromanage. Like I said, watch that video on how to not micromanage. You'll notice you hear on platoon net how the squad leaders are maneuvering. You must notify everyone in your squad of what's happening on a platoon level and how your movements as well. So tell your squad, hey, we're moving to a boost marker, this and that, to clear out this position of contacts over here. 3-3 is covering us. The reason why I let them know that 3-3 is covering you guys, so you don't have to bound. They'll end up bounding. You'll tell them, no, we're being covered by 3-3. You don't have to bound. We can move up as a squad column, and we're moving across the position. There's mortars in this location. This way, when they're moving up there, they can't find the mortars, but if they hear mortars being cooked off, they'll shift the direction to a different point, because now they know they have to actually move to a location where mortars are at. All right, everyone understand that point?
Yes, Sergeant.
Confirm, Sergeant.
Anyone notify platoon net on the movement of yourself, where you're going. Let us other squad leaders know, hey, we're pushing up this position. Can you guys cover us? Or hey, we're in a good position. We're covering you guys. You guys can move up to this position if you want. And lastly, talk to other squad leaders to help eliminate as much enemy fire as possible. And as well, think about some things. Think outside the box. You got a squad hiding behind a hill. Oh wait, that's a good fire mission for Havoc 4 to do. Let me put a boost marker over here and then tell Tune HQ, hey, can we get a fire mission in this position? We got a squad hiding behind this defilade. Then Havoc 4 with that fire mission. Think outside the box as well. Assist your team leaders on quick decisions, such as formations. If they can't figure that out by the time you tell them to move the squad column, all right, Alpha, you going to wedge, you taking point. Bravo going to dime, you taking the rear. And movement as well. You guys you're gonna have your rifles low ready or high ready or whatever. You want to tell them, hey, Alpha, go ahead and take up this position over here. Get yourself up on those towers. Bravo, take up this position. I want you to have 2 buddy teams watching the front and the other 2 watching to the northeast. That's your job to do as well as squad leaders. Help your team leaders figure out what to do. Because at the end of the day, you're helping them out on being team leaders while in the middle of a firefight or middle of combat. So that's a good way for experience leading. And you guys got to make quick, sound judgments and decisions right on there. So if you're taking contact, you got to think, what should we do? Should we break contact so then we could we could draw the enemies to another squad so that they could be ambushed? What to do? Next, you're responsible for everyone in your squad. Once again, you are responsible for getting them trained weekly, bi-weekly basis. They can't make it, then I advise you on telling them what you guys were trying to go over during that training, and see if anyone in your squad records it. If someone in your squad actually records the training, or one of these Zeus operators who's Zeus records it, ask them to record. That way, that person that missed the training will be able to review that video and see what was went over. Because you're at the end of the day, like I said, it's your responsibility to go over. To train you guys daily or weekly, I should say. And at all times, keep up your documents as your patrol report. Make sure to send them in timely. Sending up your training reports for your squad training. Send up attendance reports for platoon training. Keep up your rosters so that platoon HQ can know how many people that they need to send who is reporting in. Any questions we went over for squad members and squad leaders and team leaders, sorry.
Negative.
Did we learn something new?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So those are just the jobs that you guys do. I didn't go over the details of what you should do in the middle of combat in the field, but one thing you should do in the middle of the field, in the middle of combat, is initiative and thinking outside the box. How can you improve your squad leader's job? And squad leaders, how can you do to improve your platoon leader or platoon sergeant's job? Those are things you guys got to do outside the box. Outside the box, but end game and out of game. And then next week, Sergeant Ramirez will have a separate training. And if we have enough people, we'll do another joint training. But we'll go over the things that you guys got to do while in game next week. All right, we'll move on to convoy movements and vehicle movements as well. So sometimes squads will be in charge of getting the vehicles established by an order. It was ordered by 50 cal, unarmed Vic, and Mark 19. Was this order correct? You guys see that correctly done over here? 3-2, was it correctly done? Did you make sure? Okay. Okay. The reason I take 2 unarmed Vics is that Sergeant Ramirez has brought up a good point. What we want to do is have you guys get the feeling of being a convoy with more than 2 vehicles or with just 1 vehicle, which is why we decided to do an impromptu joint training. We thought about this yet Wednesday or Thursday, I don't know when, though, we discussed about what we want to do. But however, you guys are able to communicate on Convoy Net on who's Vic 1, who's Vic 2, who's Vic 3, who's Vic 4. Communicate on your movements, your traveling, and stuff like that. But we'll go over convoy movements, stuff like that. Do we know all the dismount procedures?
Affirm, sir.
I need to go over that. Soft dismount, hard dismount, / combat dismount, full dismount. So I need to go over what it is. Hopefully so. Do we know positions in the vehicles? Who's the driver, gunner, vehicle passenger, vehicle commander? Do we know that?
Faithful.
Yes, Sergeant.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, only thing I want to point out, these are just default positions. Whoever's your best driver and best gunner, let them take it. So if you think a fire team is good at driving the vehicle and gunning with that vehicle, or at least controlling the vehicle, then assign them the vehicle. Sometimes you need to switch it up. You don't want to have a team get burnt out driving the vehicle every time, but let them drive the vehicle. Now, vehicle commander should always be the squad leader, because the squad leader is the only person that hears on convoy net. I'm not convoy net. Sorry, on platoon net. Even though the order of the movement would be done by the convoy commander, at the end of the day, platoon HQ will always send out information what you guys should do once you get a dismount point. And what to do if you get in contact. Sometimes we tell you guys to push through. Sometimes you guys kept stopping, didn't push through. So squad leader has to get control of that vehicle, so the squad leader can send up from convoy, from platoon net, hey, the contacts we're taking from now on, we're pushing through. Does everyone understand me from that point?
Affirm, sir.
Now, squad leaders, if you think that you want your team leaders to control the vehicle, let them control it. But half the time, the team leaders will be controlling the vehicle. But when a vehicle is in movement through a convoy, then squad leaders are in control of the vehicle. Now, when we went to a dismount point, then the team leaders control the vehicle. They're going to be in that vehicle commander position, and they'll detail on what they want the vehicle to be moved towards. They either be mounted up in the vehicle if you're a 3-man team, or they'll be dismounted with the AR if you're a 4-man team, and you still control the movements of the vehicle. If the vehicle is stationary and you're a 3-man team, then team leader, you have to dismount. If the vehicle is moving constantly, then you can mount up in the vehicle since you're by yourself, and we don't want you to get shot out there because half the time your driver and your vehicle gunner won't be thinking about you. They'll be focused on trying to protect the vehicle at all times. Are any questions with that?
Negative, sir.
Negative, sir.
Negative, Sergeant.
Now we go over speed. Some of you didn't know like this, but Quebec, Whiskey, Echo, speed. You want to know those functions.
Rifle.
Okay, so Quebec speed, which means slow speed, you're going to do left control and W. That allow you to go to within about 20 to 30 kilometers an hour. You're going to do that when you're in urban environment. So when you're about to enter a town, you'll say, Convoy Commander, or you just say, this is First Vic entering town, moving to Quebec speed. Then Last Vic, once you enter town, this is Last Vic entering town, going to Quebec speed. Now, First Vic, when you exit out the town, do you want to go back to Whiskey speed? Immediately. Negative. But you're going to end up leaving the whole convoy behind. You're going to wait until you hear Last Vic say, this is Last Vic exiting town. Then, Roger, this is First Vic, increase speed back to Whiskey speed. Then Last Vic will say, this Last Vic increases speed back to Whiskey speed. Alright. Now, to set your speed limit, you press the delete key. Straightforward in that. Vehicle cover. This is when the vehicle is effective cover. If you take a small arms fire, what I mean by that, just 5.56, 7.62 rounds, you could get within 5 meters behind a vehicle, and follow through with it. So let's say we're moving through a narrow bridge, right? And the bridge is in front of us. We just take small arms fire, which means it's 5.56, 7.6, 2 rounds, and the wind is working against us. We can't pop that good smoke. Then you guys can get stuck behind a vehicle to protect yourselves until you get across that bridge. As soon as you cross the bridge, then you guys can break off and do whatever you need to do. Also, if we're clearing out a town or whatever, we're moving whatever it may be, taking fire from your southwest, then travel on the right-hand side of the Vic. Have the gunner point his weapon system down to the southwest. Did you ever get what I'm trying to say from that point?
Rifle.
Okay. Now, this is when the vehicle's not covered. And y'all seem stupid if y'all try to use this cover in this point. Someone called it BMP 3 and BMP 2. Do you want to use that vehicle as a cover?
Negative.
Definitely not. 100mm cannon round hits that vehicle, automatically go catastrophic, and y'all go down immediately after that. You want to keep yourself spread it within 25 meters, 15 meters from the vehicle so that you won't get hit by the backblast of it, but still you're getting security around the vehicle at all times. You heard of a tactical coming by, then we don't never know what I'm not so technical, but gunchuck, we never know if it's the AGS-30 or Dishcom, so you're gonna, at that point, you're winging it. Either you're gonna get cover behind that vehicle, or you might know if it's AGS-30 and then get yourself distance away from the vehicle. So we all understand on when a vehicle is effective cover and when a vehicle is not effective cover. Alright. Now, this is what you need to do when operating the vehicle. Where should infantry always be when we're with the vehicle?
In front.
In front. But if we're taking too much fire, then you can put infantry at the rear. And if we're moving through some fatal funnel, you'll put infantry at the rear of the vehicle. But you always need some guys to at least be on the sides. Right, my sides right here. So if they start taking shots, then they can immediately move back here. But like I said, squad, second column, have 2 guys on the sides right here so they can take out any RPG gunners that may come out. And if they take fire, then move back. But that's something that's advanced combat movements that we definitely don't have time to go over. Since we had to go over stuff as what you guys need to do as squad leaders, team leaders. Alright. Infantry are always on point. And they need to be on point to clear out corners, openings, down street crossings. What I mean by that? See this right here, that road down there? That is down street crossing. Usually a fire team will be on one side of the street, another fire team on the left side of the street. Make sure I'm yelling. Alright, good. So, one guy will look down here. Alright, this side of the street's clear. Another guy, another side of the street's clear. Alright, we can move the Vic to turn left or right. We know there's no RPG gunners getting themselves ready to engage the Vics as soon as they pull down that intersection. Any questions with that standpoint?
No, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Vehicle should never be the lead element during mounted operations unless scenarios I just listed to you earlier. Alright. Always either driving the gun in a vehicle with a security element nearby. Who's the security element in that vehicle? every question is right answer, but with a twist. Go ahead, Pat Russell.
Thank you, Sergeant. I believe the driver would be the security on the vehicle.
Well, when driver dismounts, yeah, he'll be a security vehicle. But who's in charge of this Vic?
Leader?
Not the squad, but who?
The team.
What's below a squad? What element's below the squad?
The team.
The team?
A fire team. So one fire team is in charge of the vehicle. The security element is that buddy team, AR and the fire team leader. They're the security of that vehicle. So that security element should always be nearby the vehicle within 15 to 10 meters nearby. However, that fire team that is not charged the vehicle, they're the dismount fire team. You guys got to focus on maneuvering. That means taking out the contacts quickly as possible. You got to kill those contacts that are about 50 meters in front of the vehicle so that it won't get engaged by it. Or vehicle won't get engaged by the RPG gun or whatever. You guys have leeway of being away from the vehicle because that those two guys who are part of that fire team that's in charge of Vic, they're in charge of getting 360 security around the vehicle. So this turret's facing to the front. Where should the two dismounted guys be facing?
To the rear, Sergeant.
To the rear. Excellent. We got about 15 minutes. Then I got to wrap this up. All right, here's some exceptions to where that dismounted fire team could be away, or where the driver gunner should dismount, I should say. Driver could dismount if the vehicle is in the in the highest effective cover and the most highest point to where it can provide overwatch as a crew served weapon. What I mean by that? Let's say we're moving along this MSR heading northeast, right? Or heading east, right? So everyone try to turn around. So we're heading northeast. Look where I'm pointing at. To the north, right? Let's say that tree wasn't there. If you park the vehicle right here in that corner, what can the vehicle do? It could be a crew served weapon. It can stay right there. Driver could dismount, and the vehicle's behind cover. All thing that's showing is a gunner. He could put a turret down the northeast side of the street, and you guys clear out the street until you meet an intersection. Then the vehicle has to move and make its way to the intersection. So that vehicle stay there for about 50 minutes. Not 50 minutes, sorry. For about until until the squad has moved to another intersection. And then that team is charged the vehicle wherever they were at. Either they were clearing buildings nearby the Vic, or if they were 20 meters or whatever, if they were on top of Outpost Tower, wherever they were at, then they can move back and mount up to the Vic again. But however, though, you three guys still have to make sure you protect that vehicle so it won't get stuck up on from the rear. Because the gunner can't watch his 6 o'clock. He has to watch to where his turret's facing. Any questions from that standpoint?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Y'all know what convoy net is?
Negative, Sergeant.
5-0. One person is in charge of convoy net. They have to communicate, either driver or gunner. Whoever's not talking on convoy net, your job is to put a convoy net on speakers. So everyone else can hear it. Half the time we can't hear it because you guys talk too much in the vehicle. But if y'all want to hear what's happening in convoy net, you might want to be quiet so we can hear it on speakers. But the vehicle might be too loud, so you might put your plugs in. There's a whole little chaos, but we'll see what we can do though for y'all to hear the convoy net. But that's what y'all can do. Now, radio callouts. It's something called routine call and combat calling, but let's not go over that. Y'all went over that. Old set, you already heard about that. But turns. The first Vic and lead Vic always call out turns. First Vic will be either called out as first Vic or lead Vic. So your Vic 1, those are your call-ins. Not call-ins. Those are your call signs whenever you're doing radio call-outs. So you're gonna be first Vic or lead Vic. The last Vic or Vic 10, wherever your last Vic is, you're gonna be either last Vic or rear Vic. That's we can use 1, 2, 2 call signs. So the convoy commander can know that is the utmost last Vic in the convoy taking that turn, whatever. So you can call out turns, entering, exiting towns, your speed, when you're moving. So first Vic is Oscar Mike. All right, last Vic is Oscar Mike. Sergeant Harvey, you got a comment?
AFM Sergeant, thank you. Just a quick comment on vehicle numbers. Remember that when you do a radio check as the last Vic, you still have to radio check as your vehicle number, so that Convoy Command knows how many vehicles are in the convoy. It's only once we actually start moving the convoy that you can use last Vic. So long as we're setting the convoy up, it'll be vehicle 6 or 7 or 10 or however long the convoy is.
Thanks, Sergeant Rahman. Forgot to put that there as well for radio checks. All right, so yes, your number and the position in the convoy will be for the radio checks. And you know we're about doing a radio check with convoy commander. Sometimes have time either convoy commander want to do his own radio checks, or you guys just do radio checks with each other as long as he hears it. All right. Reaction to contact. you're gonna call out vehicle 1 or first Vic herringboning. You're gonna say vehicle 1 actually. Then last Vic, you're gonna say last Vic herringboning. So you can say first Vic, lead Vic, Vic 1, but last Vic at all times. You need to refer to yourself as last or rear Vic herringboning, right or left. So you know all the vehicles stopped and have herringboned. Any questions with all of that stuff right there?
No, Sergeant.
No, Sergeant.
Your
Negative,
speech?
Sergeant.
Yes, Private McMillan. Your question.
Sergeant, thank you, Sergeant. I've never done. I've never been on a convoy net before. Like I never set a convoy net before. So might I just ask you how to do that when you're in a vehicle to set a frequency on
Yep. Gotcha.
50? Is it on the normal radio? Or is it a different radio? Because I've never done it before.
It's up to you. If you're the guys that are driver or vehicle gunner are people who aren't team leaders. So you could use your additional channel as 50 to talk on, but usually we use a long range. So to use a long range, you're gonna press Alt pop button, open up the long range radio. Then you're gonna press CLR button. Then you're gonna actually there's no CLR button. Yes, CLR. It's menu clear, menu CLR, and then you're gonna type in 50. So you can't press the keys on the interface. You actually gotta type in with either your numpad or your keypad 50, and you're gonna hit FREQ. That sets your frequency. Then to communicate on long range, you're gonna press Control Cap Locks. Yes, Private Millen.
I do not have this long range radio. Do I get it from the arsenal, or I never used it?
You'll know how to use it once you get in the Vic. We'll all do that in the vehicle once we do that sandbox portion. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Every single all the Vics have, all the MREPs have a long range radio.
Yep. Affirm.
Okay.
Like I said, if you guys don't like using the long range because you have to press Control Cap Locks and that's too much fuss for you to do, then you can use your additional channels 50 as long as you're listening on your team net as well. And to communicate on your additional channel is pressing your tango key. All right. Now, speed should always be consistent when in a movement. That means by you guys gotta constantly move. So since you're dismounted, you can't stay right there. You gotta move online. You gotta keep the movement of the convoy. Next is your gun orientation. The first Vic's looking front. Someone tell me where the second Vic will. Someone pick it any direction, left or right. Where you want the second vehicle to point his gun at?
Left side, Sergeant.
Left side. There you go. And now it's Papa's access radio device that incorrectly. Third Vic. Where should third Vic point his gun at now? The second Vic's looking left.
To the right side, Sergeant.
Right side.
We got 6 vehicles convoy. All right. Where should the fourth Vic look at?
Left side, Sergeant.
Fifth Vic.
Right side, Sergeant.
Sixth Vic.
To the rear,
To
Sergeant.
the rear. There we go. All right. Now we know the gun orientation. Boom. Done. Since we only got 2 armed vehicles in here, we're gonna pretend that the second Vic's looking left. That's third armed Vic's looking to the right. Then this armed Vic right here is looking to your rear. You're gonna whatever you want to call it, pretend whatever. Reaction to contact, carrying bone formation. You're gonna pull 10 meters off the road. You're gonna not stay on the road. We're gonna pull 2 meters off. If you see cover near that side, you're pulling up. Get to the cover. Foliage, get to it. Concealment, whatever. Pull into it. You see a defilade or a ditch, pull into it. But you gotta let the people in your vehicle know, hey, hold on for a second. I'm getting us behind this cover. You're not dismount just yet. But please don't pull out 100 meters off the road to get behind some cover. Taking the squad a whole lot of time to dismount. Each vehicle will alternate. First Vic, parabone left. Where does the second Vic parabone off to?
Right.
Herringbone right.
And we got 6 vehicles of convoy. Where should the last Vic be pulling off to? Right.
To the right,
It's an
Sergeant.
even number. Yep, even number. So even numbers pull off to one side, all numbers pull off to the left side. Or the other side. Pushing through contact. If we were told to push through contact, sometimes it may happen if we're close to a friendly base. Or we're too far away from the objective, whatever scenario may be. We'll push through contacts. What do you do when you give an order to push through contacts?
Push to the
Slam
fucking
the gas,
contact.
Sergeant.
You slam it, like you keep pushing. You just keep on holding to whiskey speed. If it was whiskey speed, or if it was emergency speed, which is does anyone know? Echo. There you go. Yes, Echo. You're gonna press Shift W or Shift Whiskey. You're gonna push through. Not gonna stop. The reason why we're not gonna stop is because we have air assets that can engage them. If we at an RP point, we have Havoc 4 engage them if they're still there. If we have Dagger that has eyes on them, whatever. But we'll have most time air assets engage those guys who are on the hill. In right 19s, you still might be able to engage while you're still moving, half the time. All right, moving to cover and defilade. When in movement, after we've dismounted, you guys always gotta make sure you find some cover at all times. That should be your first priority to do. First priority, find cover for the vehicle. Second priority, cover or provide overwatch for the infantry. Find the nearest cover available to protect the vehicle while giving the gunner view for effective return fire, and you're allowing the squad to dismount at the same time. So if this was our dismount point of that road, you could pull off the route to the right, and this compound was cleared. If we were told that this is friendly compound or not occupied, get over here, tell the infantry to dismount, and then put a vehicle up there to cover the infantry. Movement down street with the vehicle. Let me show you guys a live demonstration. This is a street. All right. Let's look somewhere to our southeast. Let's say we're moving from southeast to northwest, right? Where should we put this vehicle at? So it won't be within danger of all these buildings, because we got too many corners we got to clear, and we don't know where the RPG gunner might come from, so we don't want to risk that situation might happening. So where should we put the vehicle at? Pick any spot. Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, someone pick a spot we want to put the Vic at.
In the corner, Sergeant.
Which corner? Remember, we're starting from that entry point right there. So, okay, we can put it right here. Yep. And we can put it at cover. There you go. Good decisions. When we're about to breach this portion, the vehicle was coming in from the southwest or from northeast. We either stop short here or stop short there. Get a gunner facing down. As soon as we push down here and we clear this out, squad leader or our team leader, if y'all see that cover and you find a good spot for the vehicle, call it up. Hey, Alpha, move that Vic up here to this cover. We already cleared up this position, move it up there. Vehicle move up behind this Hesco barrier if this building wasn't here. Or the vehicle could pull up to where its engine is facing into that building, but the turret can still see down here. Alright. Then let's say we're getting ourselves up to this road, which the vehicle will be faced at. We're about to enter this road. There's no wrong answer, like I told you guys. There's always just modifications to it. Right there could be good. Yep. Right behind this Hesco barrier, put the vehicle right there. But remember, the infantrymen have to actually clear out that street or that corner. Now I want to put the vehicle right on the road. Then when you're cleared and move down that road, maybe get that vehicle off the intersection. Because at the end of the day, if it's a four-way intersection, three-way intersection, still, he could engage from his rear or from his two left sides. If it was a four intersection instead of a four-way intersection, of a T intersection, he get in the front, he get engaged from his front, his sides, and his rear. That's too many angles that two guys can cover who are in a dismount team. Alright, any questions with convoy movements?
No, Sergeant.
No, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
That took within 30 minutes. That was good. We had to wait some time for people to load in, but that was all within 30 minutes. So you guys were good listeners. Alright, so time for us to put that in effect. Sergeant Ramirez, you got anything that I missed that we discussed over? Nope? Okay. Alright, Sergeant Ramirez, who do you want to put in the first Vic, second Vic, and third Vic, and fourth Vic?
I want 3-3 to take the lead vehicle this time.
Copy. Alright, so 3-3, you can take the first two Vics, 3-2, you can take the last two Vics, but don't mount up just yet. Here's your briefing for the sandbox portion. Go down a little bit your maps. And once your maps are open, we're at FOB shifting. Alright, I'm assuming everyone's map is open. Alright, of course, the vehicle is lined up right here. We're going to take it right into this road right here. We're going to start heading off down here. We're going to follow this beige-ish route. This is going to be our sandbox portion. The people you're combating are the guys who are in the VR. They're going to be VR entities. They're going to be all red. Okay? You're going to take it right off of here. You're going to head straight. You're going to head straight again. You're going to head left. The reason why we're doing this is because we got to create a long route so you guys can at least get some field of engagement. You're going to take a left up here. You're going to take right up here, of course. Then dismount point. There's going to be some foliage right here because what we can see right now is this green square, so there might be some foliage right here. We're going to dismount over here. So left, right, left, right, and left, right. Keep on going. They're going to walk the Vics up. So I can call them this road. From this point, 3-3 and 3-2. This is what we're going to do. Either You're gonna follow alongside this road. 3-2, you're gonna hold short here. So we're gonna want to put 3-2 on a point once you get a dismount point. 3-2, you're gonna hold short here and get eyes out down this MSR. Or is ASR, it's not MSR, it's ASR. 3-3, then you're gonna move down this road until you say that you are set. I didn't put any phase lines on here. That's a bad job for me. I don't know what I was thinking. Hopefully I'm on side. Yeah. So you guys gonna hold here. You're gonna hold this phase line until both squads are online and ready to move. Or you can break off from here. 3-3, you can break off and immediately make your way towards this road right here. And 3-2, you can follow along this road until you guys are online. But still wait until you're online. Once you guys are set, then you move online down this road with the vehicles with you. The soft vehicles, they're gonna dismount at a dismount point. So leave the unarmed Vics here. Keep the armed Vics with you. Any confusion with that part?
Negative.
All right. Great. So y'all gonna move down here, and then 3-3, of course, you can follow along this road. I might want you guys. I don't know if Sergeant Mears might want to do, or I might want to do, but we might have you guys take a left at this intersection and move down here. The all places you take contact from. 3-2, of course, so you're gonna follow along this road. There are gonna be buildings right here. Let me actually mark up the LOA for you guys to figure out, let you guys know where we're not gonna be clearing out. Those are your LOAs. Remember, I think I need to mark the direct center where you guys should be crossing between each other's lines, but crowd buildings where you see fit. You're gonna know, because I want you guys to take fire and not get hit. Wherever you see red markers, there's gonna be a red arrow that'll pop up. Zeus operators, are you guys able to hear me right now? You guys are on Zeus? If y'all could pop a red arrow about the arsenal box for them to see, or above the Vic.
Roger, standby.
Thank you. All right, if y'all see the entities, you can't call out until you see the red marker pop up. That's when you guys can engage. You call the contact report. I know you guys call it spot report, but you want to keep as much immersion with this training part so you guys get used to it. But you're gonna see a red arrow pop up. You can call that contact report. So it's up to y'all to have situation awareness and look out your sectors. So that this part will entail on keeping up your sectors and watching where you're supposed to be watching. When you see a red arrow pop up, all right, contact this direction, whatever. So you move down the street, you see an arrow pop up on a building. You're taking fire from that building. Go ahead and clear it out. Pop up on the compound. You gotta clear out that compound and the building in that compound. If you see an arrow pop up, everyone understand what I'm trying to say here?
Roger.
That's the non-live fire portion. It should take us about 20 minutes to do that. Then your live fire portion will be the towns over here, and we'll do another briefing on that. But let me address Sergeant Lee doesn't have. Okay, never mind. All right. So, but let me continue though. You're gonna clear out the town. When the town's cleared, when we've crossed, let's say, when y'all reach this LOA, you're gonna let us know. All right, 3-2's in position on the LOA, 3-3's in position on the LOA. All right, good. Town is clear. The Ares operators would move if we miss any buildings, they'll move the contacts to us, and they'll let us know if we miss any buildings by sending us a message. Now we'll go over that, so that we miss some buildings where their arrows are at. And it's like I said, it's hard for you guys to know because you're not hearing the gunfire come out. When that's done, then I'll tell you guys to move to waypoint 1. We're gonna move to waypoint 1, and we're gonna mount up. Once everyone's mount up, we're gonna see how long it takes y'all to mount up. Once everyone's mount up, then we'll travel down this route. Take a left right here. Y'all don't see it, but we'll mark it in about 5 Sierra. That needs to be capitalized. All right, take a left down here, move down the road, and take a right. Then move back into this compound, move back to FOB Shifty, resupply the VIX, and then we'll move back to the live fire portion. All right, ignore this ambush marker. Just ignore it. I forgot to delete it. It was some plans we're thinking about. No, I want to tell you guys this here. No, actually no. Disregard. No. So ignore this marker right here, okay? Matter of fact, I'll delete it. All right, so waypoint 1 down the left here, travel on the road. Remember, although we clear out the town, does not mean we can't take contact. We can take contact down this road right here. We may be ordered to push through, okay? Everyone copy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you'll take right, move back here. All right. Now, the live fire portion. This way we won't waste any time. You're going to exit out, take a left here. I had green markers established. We're going to put a green marker on there when it's time to leave. You take a left here, move down this road, of course, yada, yada, yada. Take a left down town of Laka. It's my point behind the hill. In this portion, if you hairbone to the left and the town has eyes on you, then I'm going to show the hairbone to the right. Okay? you're gonna airbone to the right. If the town has eyes, you guys are gonna airbone to the left. You're gonna get as close to the face of this hill. Then y'all gonna move either on the road or on the side of this hill until you approach somewhere around this position. Whoever gets here first, I mean by fear first, whoever gets to this position first, you're gonna hold here. You're gonna basically be a base of fire. You're gonna hold there until wherever element is online with you to get to that position. Roger, Sergeant. Okay, where was I? Alright, so yeah, you're gonna get to here, and you're gonna hold here. Get eyes down to objective. This is an elevated marker, so you should have eyes down to both these points. You're gonna wait till the other element is online at this position. Then y'all gonna move down.
Got it off comms, one mic.
You're gonna move down along this ASR. And then mark up the LOA as well. And the juice operators already know the LOA for this portion right here. You're not gonna be taking contact from this position, so don't worry about moving back east and moving away from the waypoint. So you're gonna clear out the position. Then once we get to the LOA, then we're gonna move down this street down here and move to waypoint 1 and mount up. Any questions so far?
Negative, Sergeant. Yes, for Sergeant.
Yes.
Sergeant, sorry.
Go ahead.
My question is, when we get dismount at this point here,
Yep.
then we on to the town, clear it
Yep.
up, and then get back to the vehicles, and then drive back in. This is a
So,
question, Sergeant.
you guys can move by discretion. You're gonna be dismount, of course, soft dismount. And we're only taking the armed Vics with us. We're not taking unarmed Vics anymore. That was the armed Vics are just for the field of having to have multiple vehicles with you for the sandbox portion. But yeah, the Vics with you, you're gonna move at your discretion. You want to move down the road, you move down the road if you want to. That's up to you. But like I said, you're gonna walk the Vics up until you get to this portion right here, this elevated marker right here. You should have eyes down to the street. If not, then I'm wrong. I predicted it correctly. But you're gonna stay here until the other element is online with you at this place right here. You guys get on me from saying from here, correct? Squad leaders?
Affirm.
Okay. I want y'all to get online with, oops, I didn't even mark that. I want y'all to get online with each other. When both elements are online, then you'll move down these streets throughout the buildings where you take contact from. This time, you're taking contact. There's no arrows to tell you where you're getting shots from. This time, it's live fire, okay? And by the way, for the sandbox portion, you're cleared hot on that. You shoot the VR entities. Okay, when that's clear, waypoint 1, you're gonna take it right. Ignore objective Valhalla. We don't have enough time to do that, so we're gonna do objective Rook. So we're gonna, like I said, mount up at waypoint 1. Take it right here. Gonna take a left down on one of the outskirts of Neo Shoria or Shori, whatever. Take it right. We're gonna break off at some point of this road. We're gonna move towards this what do I call this? This foliage or this concealment over here and dismount. So bring both your Vics over here. You want to dismount on the other side of the road. You're gonna dismount here. They're gonna rock the Vics. You guys can either move straight down this street if you want to, but like I said, once again, 3-3 has to hold here. Grab base fire while 3-2 moves down and get themselves in position at this street. Or 3-2. Get yourself on this road and move down till you're online, and 3-3 hold here until 3-2 makes their way down this street. Any questions from that standpoint?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative,
Alright,
Sergeant.
there are no phase lines for you to hold up at, so just keep clearing out till you make your way to the LOA. Alright. Alright. I'm going to waypoint 2. I'm going to mount up, and there'll be a marker established for you guys to make your way back to base. If you don't have enough time to make your way back to base, then debrief will happen out in the field over here. Any questions?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay. Now, phase lines. Just a reminder, phase lines means that that's a position where you're going to hold until both elements have cleared out their positions and they have waited. So you're going to wait there until the other element is all aligned with you at the phase line. Then you can move across that phase line and make your way to the next phase line or to the LOA. All right. Any more questions from what I just said from that standpoint?
Negative, Sergeant.
All right, cool. All right, you guys
yes,
heard start. Yep, go ahead. Specialist Spur.
Thank you, Sergeant. Just in regards to the live fire towns, we cleared for 40s and got civvies in the towns.
All right. So this portion, so we all know the RE on civilians. If we see civilians if we're always never gonna hold off HE, but if we realize civilians in the town, then we'll start using HE. But I'll get y'all that confirmation when I look down to the I think Sergeant Smith, what do you want to say? Look down in the UAV, balancing civilians, and I'll tell you guys you're cleared on HE. Okay.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Yep. Sergeant Moore, go ahead.
Thank you, Sergeant. Regarding the sandbox exercise at Objective Door, are we live fire on that one?
Yes, all objectives you're live fire. That's what you guys. We're gonna rally back here at this base to resupply. And if you don't have enough time, then we'll resupply at the waypoint. All right. Any more questions?
Negative.
All right. If y'all have 2 screens, keep up that document we had up here. We went over for you guys to remember what to say on combat procedures and what to do as team leaders and squad leaders. All right, y'all heard Sergeant Ramirez. 3-3, you take the first 2 Vics. 3-2, you take the last 2 Vics. We're gonna keep the unarmed vehicles at the dismount point. All right, go ahead and make it happen. Go ahead and mount up. Do the raid checks on the convoy net.
Bravo get first pick. Alpha take second pick.
So it could be.
Let us know.
Bravo, we're first pick. Alright, Alpha, we're in the unarmed Vic, the
Let us
third
know
Vic.
once you are mounted up and ready to roll.
Let's have Perkinson drive.
Alright, so you mean I'm
Hudman's in.
Stewart's in.
Damn it.
We should let them know we're all mounted.
Initiation this net. This is Vic 3 ready to check.
Actual Alpha's all mounted up. I'm having some trouble fucking setting the long range for some reason.
Squad copy out.
Yeah, I'm
In-
trying that LP. It ain't working.
In these Vics, you can only set long range if you're driver.
Oh, okay. Can you get on that, Perkinson? Perkinson, you got convoy net set up.
Over.
Roger.
Before you do the equipment check, like your boards, make sure people are locked and loaded.
I hope everyone locked and loaded before we got in.
Havoc 7.
Over.
Roger. Because I didn't.
Cannon.
It's Havoc 7. Person radio check off for the 31 over.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Not in the passenger seat, I guess.
I'm gonna go ahead and sign off the 31 for this moment. I'll be on 2net. I'm gonna be convoy commander.
Yes. You're a savior, Perkinson. Thank you.
All Vics, this is convoy commander. All vehicle checking.
Maybe the ladder. Oh, ladder's a heavy. Fuck that.
Convoy commander, this is Vic 3 ready to check 50 over.
Vic 3, this is convoy commander. Regional my Charlie on frequency 50 over.
Sub copy out.
Alpha, earplug check, real quick.
Good check.
Get on.
Good to go.
Vic 2, this is convoy commander. My Charlie 50. Big 4, this is the convoy commander. Lima Charlie on frequency 50. Big 1, this is convoy commander. Average Lima Charlie on frequency 50. Over. All vehicles, this is convoy commander. We are Oscar Mike. Let's move. Vic, this is Convoy Commander. Maintain a speed of 40 kph and spacing of at least 15 to 20 meters over. Solid copy. Convoy Commander out. All Vix is Convoy Commander. Break. Once we get out of the civilian population area and make this left up here, we're going to increase our speed to around 60 kph. Over. One is Convoy Commander, good copy on your speed increase.
Oh. Fuck. Did they call that out convoy now?
Negative. Yeah, they're kicking the dust cloud.
All vehicles, push through contact now.
For those red arrows, contacts, so keep it moving. Don't stop for nothing. Anybody in the hatches in this Vic, just pop out and see what you can shoot. It's order from actual.
I'm not on a hatch seat.
If you can, get to a hatch, see what you can do.
The negative, I can't change seats.
Roger, okay.
I don't have any option to turn out.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if these hatches actually open.
Copy. We got enough power going out as is.
All Vix is Convoy Commander, with that we gave them to our left.
Looks like this map's going to be pretty hot.
Solid copy.
Seems that way. Alright, we're closing on the dismount point. Get ready to dismount.
We just flew straight past it.
Okay, keep.
Big one, this is Convoy Commander. Why the fuck haven't you herringbone?
Alright, herringbone left time now. Alright, had
This is
dismount.
Convoy Commander, signing off for 5-0.
Hubbins out.
Stewart's out.
I got eyes out to the northwest.
Yeah, get security of this wall to the south. Just make sure you've got some solid cover.
Roger, pulling south.
Watching studies.
Got eyes out to the west.
Perkinson, can you push red for me? I don't know if that's something on my end.
Showing red for me.
Red arm must have slipped on. I'll put it back on.
Alpha, take point. We're going west on the road towards the town. Copy,
Roger, I'm with you.
Hardman, take point.
Roger, taking point.
We're on the left side of the street.
Left, right.
We got contacts to the front. Engaging. Yeah, I'm all up here by myself now. You guys have to catch up.
So hold up and we'll get in a wedge.
Roger, hold them.
Let's make a wedge strong left.
Right left.
Say what?
Good to go. Moving out.
Alright, we're crossing the road on the right, moving to the right.
Okay.
Right.
Crossing the road time now.
Actual's way up in front by himself.
Alright, let's make it echelon left.
Roger, I'm staying on point.
Hardman, Perkinson, go into this compound and clear it out. Myself and Stuart will get security watching west.
After that.
Arma, you want to move your team?
You know what, we'll come in there with you, actually. Stuart on me.
Not my team, I was just holding the corner. You guys are Alpha, you guys just move. Sorry, Bravo, you guys just move.
I got a door up here on the right side of the front end of the building.
Right side of the compound's clear.
You guys have got Bravo in there as well.
Alpha Bravo, let me know when that building's clear. We're going down this road straight into the town. We copy 262 side.
Stuart, let's get security on the west wall.
Right, they got
What's the status of clearing that last building, Alpha?
Wait,
Hardman, Perkinson,
Bravo
we're about to
clearing it, or was Bravo? I'm confused. Was Bravo clearing it, or were we supposed to clear it?
We were supposed to clear it, but we'll come towards you. Never mind.
Looks like it's been cleared. If it hasn't been tagged, I'll go through and clear it really fast.
I'm holding the road to the west. You guys are right to come out the front of that compound.
Hardman, Perkinson, you with me?
Negative, I'm with Hardman holding the corner.
Alright, as soon as you're ready, we're moving 247 up the road towards the town to the southwest. So, Hardman, Perkinson, take point.
I'm ready to move time now. Trying to move it out.
Hardman, Perkinson, come towards my side of the compound. We're moving out to the west.
No, I'm moving.
Roger, moving to the west.
Alright, Hardman, Perkinson, take point. We're moving on the road 247 to the southwest towards the town.
Taking out on the road.
Column.
Stagger column.
Seconds, I'm going to cross the road behind you. I'll take the left side.
Copy that.
Yeah, I seem to be having some technical issues with my radio, so just bear with me.
Roger. Doing a lot of shooting, but I got no idea what we're shooting at.
Got right over to our southwest, but I don't see any guys.
Pop up 232, 232.
Keep moving west, over.
Moving 232.
232, copy.
It's pushing, it's past that that fence, that far fence on the left.
Ferguson, hold that corner, I'll catch up with you.
Watch your left up there.
I dropped the guy to our northwest.
Roger.
Another guy off this south, that the intersection.
South of the intersection, pal. Right, your left is looking clear, Hardman.
Yeah, I'm just gonna peek out, Ferguson.
Come back to me, we're moving into this compound where the red arrow is.
Pushing to you.
Totally.
Can't see much from my side.
That's clear on the right.
Alright. Going in right.
Left.
Right.
Right side looks fairly clear. Got a lot of openings.
That all looks good to me.
Come back to you.
I'm gonna push up to this shit to our front and hold down the road.
Alright, Mark it up. When you're ready, we'll move out.
On you.
Ready to go.
So copy. Alright, move back to the road. Through the entrance that we came in through.
Roger.
Awesome.
That's a point, I guess. Alright, we're gonna
Ferguson on the
continue
left with
moving
me.
southwest on this road.
Roger, continuing southwest.
Contact right. That building.
Was that Ferguson? I'll hold here with the truck. You guys clear it out.
Alright, Alpha, change of orders. We're gonna move southeast on the road to the southeast towards the center of the objective. So come back. We're gonna take the southeast road.
Roger. Turning left on across the other intersection.
This guy.
Get set to move southeast towards the center of the objective.
I'm ready.
Set.
Alright, let's go, Ferguson, on me.
On you.
Crossing over to the left side.
Got friendlies on the northeast. And the road to the southwest looks clear. I'm going to cross over. Crossing.
Alright, we're gonna take a right turn and move to the southwest, so...
Roger. Already here, it looks alright.
Cross to you, Hardman.
Roger. Actual's way out in front of us, so...
When we next get a chance, let's take the opportunity to fix these buddy teams. I fucked up a little bit, so... Ferguson, come back to me whenever you're ready.
Copy that, move back to you.
Stuart, yeah, move across to Hardman.
Shots on our east, but the building all looks clear. I can't see anything in the
Cross to
windows.
Hardman, Stuart. Let's fix these buddy teams. Stuart, cross to Hardman.
I'll close Hardman.
Are we continuing to push down to the southwest? Looks like that's a yes from Actual.
Comms are back.
Looks clear out to the southwest. I'm online with actual. Come back here, you fucker.
Looks like that happen. Atkinson, we're not moving any further from this intersection.
Roger. I got a guy on a fucking balcony bearing 097, but I lost him. Atkinson, can you see my laser up there?
Even me, I seen him. He went back inside the building and it ran down.
Right, the friendlies are up there now. I got more arrows here to my 126. You guys were on the LOA at this time.
Hardman, Perkinson, move back towards the intersection. Orders from actual, we're holding at the intersection.
Roger, pulling back. Interrogative, which intersection? The one that you're on? Yeah, we're holding on this intersection.
Yeah, I apologise. I'm clearly having radio issues. Some things that I'm saying are just not getting heard, so I'm sorry about that.
That's right. If you're changing nets, just make sure you give it a good second before you change from team net to squad net, or squad net to team net.
Right. Okay.
Because it takes like a second and a half for shit to change over.
Yeah, it's just the rush.
Actual's way off by himself again.
Yeah, I see that. Just, we're gonna continue to wait here. Alright, Alpha, we're moving towards actual's position time now.
Roger. Remind me to have a long hard talk with him about how buddy teams work.
Remember to mark loadings if you've entered and cleared them.
Talk to me, you say?
No.
Okay. Alright, hold up here. Get security down to the southeast and the MSR to the southwest.
We got a whole bunch of friendlies out to our southeast. I'm just gonna lay down.
Yep. We're just waiting until the 33 is done with their side. Standing by. Bravo, good work with the Vic so far. Keep it up.
Hey Lee.
Yep.
You gotta stop running off without a battle buddy, man.
I don't know where the mic is. He was just here, but then he disappeared.
He's still in the truck.
Oh, I see. Jesus Christ.
You're gonna get yourself shot. My team leader's not letting me stick with you, so you gotta make sure you got someone with you always.
Alright. Probably stick to the Vic then. Bravo, push the Vic towards waypoint 1. We're gonna mount up on waypoint 1. All teams push to waypoint 1.
Alpha, push towards waypoint 1, time now.
Yeah,
Roger, push.
Alpha, take point. Just follow along this road. With 2 copies, going to waypoint 1, mounting up.
Roger, it's 60 meters away. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Crossing over.
Say again? Oh, wrong road. Whoops. I just hold here. Wait for the Vic to come.
Hold up at the compound to your left, happen.
Roger, I'm gonna push up just like another 10 meters to that rock wall.
Skies down to this stuff.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get behind some hard cover.
Alpha, move back to the Vic, we're mounting up.
Roger.
Let me know when you're in.
Admin's in.
I'll hold a Vic for me.
Targeted is in.
Actual Alpha's on.
Come up on the Vic.
Havoc 3, this is 32.
What are you, Richard?
27, this is 32. 32 is all mounted up and ready to go. Alpha soft dismount for now.
Alpha soft dismount. We're gonna wait for 3-3 to get here.
Roger that, Vic is like 10 meters away, so if I'm getting back in the truck in like a minute and a half, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Alright, now
Alright, Alpha, move back to the vehicle and man back up.
What did I fucking say?
Targeted is in.
Admin's in again.
32's all in.
Actual Alpha's well back in.
Excellent. Hey, for PFC, he's doing okay.
I don't know where the Vic is from my part.
Am I really?
With,
Well, not you, I mean 3-3 actual.
Advise Vic is
PFC
right
taking
on the
attack.
WP1 marker.
Who's got what?
We're currently the front Vic out of the two.
Yeah, we're taking front now.
Stuart, are you on 132.1?
Yeah, I'm on it now, yep.
Copy, just jar my group and push red when ready.
Is Alpha all in?
I'm already ready for Corny, but I'll try again.
Alpha all in.
I'll be advised, Stuart, you're not even showing up for me, so you might need to leave and rejoin just to kick things back together.
Copy.
Keep this gun pointed forward.
You're showing up now.
Negative, glitch in the matrix.
We'll start out with dismount.
Yeah, not worth it now.
Alright, Bravo, let's go start pushing this Vic back to base. Just go straight down this road, then take a left.
Do we have any...
Start
we're
moving
pushing
down.
out back to base.
Copy that. Do we have any order from Convoy Command?
No, it's just 37 asking us on 130 to start moving.
Alright, we're moving.
Lead Vic is also marked.
Or if you don't take a turn, you can just plow straight through the fence and piss off the Air Force.
Maybe don't do that.
You guys, we're heading back to the base.
Go straight and then take a left after.
Copy.
Someone's hot micing.
Lead Vic, left turn.
There's a big left turn.
Although we did a good job, although I messed up just a little bit in the beginning. Sorry about that.
Contact to the left, contact to the left, look left.
Contact left.
Lead
Nice.
breakers, they're looking left, we don't see anything. Disregard, we drove through it.
Disregard.
Roger, disregard.
And right turn up ahead. Right here.
Back to the base.
There you go. Go straight in. And then left turn. Good work. Right, stop here. There you go.
I'm gonna sort out my radios.
Copy. Alright, Alpha, if you've used any ammo, go ahead and resupply. Just let me know when you're ready. Alpha copies.
Okay, guys.
I used maybe 6 rounds out of my leg 400, so I think I'm probably fine.
Alpha, you want us to rearm even though we've only shot 7 rounds?
Yep. Rearm to full capacity. Just, take this chance to do it.
Once everyone is,
Have that, Vic fluids all waiting for it to stop, and then I'll do that.
Rally up on
Copy.
37 if you're ready.
Alright, when you are ready, rally up on 37.
And we're back on base, everyone should be conditioned for. Stuart, I got you showing up now too.
Why am I have to fucking send it again twice? What's wrong with my radio?
Ah,
That was
No.
really nice, although in the beginning I messed up so much. I'm sorry about this.
Ferguson is rearmed.
I'm in the school tackle.
Oh hey, Mike,
Are we
Black.
having mid-training debrief?
That'll happen to you. I can't hear
In
you.
the school circle.
Alright.
Yeah, just doing a
I
skull
don't
circle.
waste any more time, so I'm gonna go over the debrief. When you guys come up, just try to listen in. Alright, so nothing's related to the map. I'm just all saying verbally what happened, what we saw. First off, excellent job dismounting though. However, I should say, you guys pushed through the contacts. But when we got to dismount point, you guys drove right past it without pulling off and dismounting. So make sure you remember that. Check on the map. Vehicle commanders, squad leaders, and team leaders, make sure mind drivers open dismount points right here about a click out or 100 meters up ahead or whatever, so that they could pull off the side of the rail and dismount. You guys moved about a minute after I gave the order. Plus I understand how long it takes information, moving orders to cool down, so it didn't take you guys that long. It just took you guys a adequate, reasonable amount of time. When you guys got to the phase line, remember, like I told you guys, as soon as both elements are online and ready to move, make sure you communicate each other and start moving across phase line, or let me know, because I saw you guys were already ready, and I waited for that to be brought up, but I couldn't wait any more longer, so I had to ask you guys if you were ready. So make sure, remember, whenever a plan is to notify the HQ element that you're online and ready to move across phase line, make sure you let them know. You guys wanted to move up, but when you guys did, you surely did move up because that town very quickly than I even expected or Sergeant Ramirez expected. So kudos to you guys as well on that portion. Make sure you guys call up contacts on ConvoyNet. There are rarely any that was brought up on ConvoyNet. If you guys hear it on PlatoonNet, then bring it up on ConvoyNet as well, because Convoy Command needs to know that as well, and every other Vic needs to know that, so they can point their turret that direction. Alright, anyone have any questions what I just said?
Let me add something, Sergeant Smith.
Yeah, I'll just let it go to you. Yep, go ahead,
Those
Sergeant.
contact reports need to come up the chain quicker. Sometimes teams are not calling the contact reports or just shooting back and not letting the whole squad what's going on. Make sure we fix that. Corporal Foster.
Thank you, Sergeant. Just to clarify the calling up their contact reports, if, for prime example, if I'm calling up a contact report and I'm just a fire team leader inside the VIC and I am not on ConvoyNet, if I call it up on PlatoonNet, is that all we need to do as far as the fire team leader, and then it'll go up from there, or did you want me to be on convoy as well?
Oh no, you send it to your squad leader. The squad leader will send it all the way to the PlatoonNet.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Specialist McClure.
Thank you, Sergeant. My question was more to clarify for myself there. I was one that pushed through the dismount point. At the time when I passed the dismount point, I was getting orders to push through the contacts, and we were in contact. What takes priority? Thank you.
We had a dismount point set up. So in the event that that happens again, and that's a dismount point that we have set up, you are to herringbone and dismount.
Okay, I'm gonna go and jump in here.
Yes.
Specialist. All right, just tell everybody. Thank you, Sergeant. The reasoning of the dismount. Yes, there was a dismount point marked, and you were pushing through contact. But the contact is what is engaging us. Now, lead Vic can say pushing past the dismount point and then pushing up about a 50 to 100 meters, notifying all the vehicles. But when all the vehicles are sitting there saying, what the fuck is going on? We're passing this dismount point. Oh my God, what's going on? Cause a confusion. So when you're in the lead Vic and we are taking contact at our dismount point, yes, sometimes we will push past, but you have to shout that out. Pushing past. Not safe to dismount here. Pushing up about 50 meters. Then we can go ahead and go back and assault the position. But in all sense, yes, that was a good call, pushing up the vehicle, but you have to announce it. It's all, if you're communicating your intentions, you should never have a problem with anything with upstairs. That's all I have, Sergeant.
Copy that, thank you, Sergeant. Sergeant Harmon.
Thank you, Sergeant. One quick comment, just because it was raised specifically during the last FTX, and I've already seen it happen here today. You guys gotta maintain situational awareness about what's happening, so that we don't get a call to dismount for, 45 seconds, and then get the order to mount back up again. If we're dismounting so that something else can happen, make sure that thing is going to be far enough away that it's worth the effort of getting every person out of the Vic, getting us all holding security, just for 11 seconds later to be told to mount back up again. That is pointless, it is frustrating, and it was specifically addressed with this platoon during the last FTX cycle. So everyone please keep it in mind, because it is super annoying to get out of a Vic for 11 seconds to get back in a Vic again, for literally no reason. That was all I had. Thank you, Sergeant.
Thank you, Sergeant. Sergeant Lee.
Thank you, Sergeant. I just wanted to address...
Use your big boy voice, can't hear you.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you, Sergeant. I just wanted to address Sergeant Hartman's concern. The order came straight up from Havoc 3, so I didn't have any choice, and it was just waiting for 3-3 to get back to us. And then by the time they got back to us, we just dismounted it, so we got to get back up again. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant. Yeah. Okay, we got one more comment. Sergeant First Class Tosco.
It's just
Thank
Sergeant.
you.
It's not Sergeant First Class. We're not in the Marines.
Copy.
Just one thing real quick. When you guys were running around in the town, I saw a lot of you guys flagging each other with your barrels. If you're going to cross the line of fire of one of your guys, either have them lower their gun or go around their barrel. Do not walk in front of their barrel, and especially don't point your barrel into someone's face. That's all I had.
Thank you.
Smith. Sergeant Ramirez, did you properly teach them how to walk a Vic through a mounted environment?
Yes, we have been training on that a couple times, Sergeant.
Can anybody tell me how far the infantry need to be in front of the vehicle? And I don't want any senior NCO telling me this. Go ahead.
That is at least 10 meters, sir.
10 meters from who?
From the lead Vic, Sergeant.
The lead Vic to the infantry. From the last man in the infantry to the Vic should be at least 20 meters, and it should be at least 50 from the point man to the rear to the Vic. And then there should be a trailing element behind the vehicle, at least 20 to 30 meters, allowing nothing to come up its ass. Now, what I've seen today in that mountain environment, that vehicle was left unattended a couple of times. Can anybody tell me what happens to vehicles when they left unattended?
They get exploded, Sergeant.
Blown up.
They get blown up in the field, and we have to then treat those people that go down, and that security element wanted to go kick some doors down. Listen, I understand sometimes it sucks babysitting these Vics, but you got to do the job and use these vehicles as a force multiplier. Don't sit there and move off like 50 meters, 100 meters down the road and the vehicle's just sitting in place. Use it. It can literally penetrate through shit if there is no civilian consideration, but you need to keep moving with this vehicle. All right, that's all I had, Sergeant.
You guys copy that?
Oh.
Thank you. Sergeant Sween, you want to get the briefing done?
Copy. Does everyone remember the briefing, or do we need to go over it again?
I think we're good, Sergeant.
Copy. All right. Load up into the VIX then.
3-3, you're taking the last vehicle this time.
Right, we're taking the first Vic. Bravo, you're driving again.
Alright. Bravo.
Alright, we're in the first Vic. Let's smell up.
Russell, push the key.
The passengers is set, so, yeah.
Same set.
We're driving again.
Make sure we lock and load before we get in this time.
Oh wait, okay, that was. Never mind.
I am right now. I'm trying to move it.
Let me know when you're in.
Because it didn't move for some reason.
So then, Harmon, you can have the hatch seat.
Mitchell's in on the gun.
The what seat?
The hatch seat.
Nope, I didn't. It didn't give it to me. Yep, no, hey, hatch seat.
Bravo, all in.
And I'll look out the window.
There's a window? Oh, there is a
Nice back door.
Little Bear,
Bravo, you all in?
Little Bear's on driver's seat.
That's on it. Yeah, right.
Are these route markers up to date?
Havoc 30, this is
Negative.
32. Seven. This is 32. We're all in.
Hopefully there's a piece of armor at this objective.
Don't even.
For one of the objectives.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yes. I'm anxious to use this AT4.
Oh.
And if you miss, you're never going to hear the end of it.
Yeah,
There's
if I miss,
two more in here.
if I miss, I'm gonna keep kicking myself. So.
Mike, we seem to have lost Mike again.
HE usage inside the town is cleared.
Say again, we've lost Mike.
Well, he's not in the Vic, so.
What happened to Mike?
I think he fell asleep out there.
Probably. Right, Alpha Bravo, you're free to use HE inside the town, but don't overuse it.
Everyone hear that?
Yeah, I'll level the town with HE, copy.
That's, roger.
32 copies.
We need to go up there and wake the mic up.
I mean, I've been talking on Gluttned, and if he hasn't been hearing that,
Well,
he's not gonna.
I had to rub one out real quick, so.
You're not giving him a good enough smack, Sergeant Lee. That's why he's not awake.
Are we on Convoy Net, by the way?
Affirm, we are.
Alright.
We don't have a mic before we need more CLS
I've got,
shots.
I've got CLS.
Just no one gets shot, everyone will be fine. I'm an expert at getting shot, so just don't be wherever I am and you'll be fine.
Roger that.
I'm gonna stare into the eyes of the driver and the Vic behind us.
Oh.
Just don't lick the windows.
I love how they have so little confidence in us they have to label which door we open first.
We followed the same route as last time.
First pants, then shoes.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
I walked down that 3 times when I'm retired, put my shoes on before my pants.
Takes a lot of training to do that.
We can copy this, we are Oscar Mike.
That's it.
Admin, are you wearing 2 sets of ESS goggles? Or is that just me?
Gotta go.
Got like a backup.
Can never be too protected.
Double wrapped. Double wrapped.
Exactly.
Those are those blue blockers.
It's a long way, boys. 3 clicks out.
Seen much longer.
That's what she said.
Really, dude? Come on, that's like a year old now.
Look, I'm trying to make sitting in the back of the truck as fun as I can, alright?
I'll give you that.
I'll try sending on TV over there.
Yeah, see what we can do. We got fucking massive aerials on the top of this thing. Should be able to figure something out.
Let's see if I can get FIFA.
Mitchell.
We have a couple of tablets in here. How long they're good for?
Targeted for him.
Whoever called Mitchell, I'm barely hearing you.
I can hear you both very well.
I've been to talk to the guy up on the gun. You've usually got to be on yelling.
Yeah.
Mitchell, do you have any issues engaging targets during the sandbox?
I was having some technical issues, but I think I got it resolved now.
If you have technical issues like that, just call it up and hop off and see if you can let someone else get in there and engage.
Roger that.
Second Vic is trailing us a good distance.
Yeah, I see that.
We're going at what they want us to go at, so let's keep it.
They might be having some tech.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Left wheel up ahead. Make sure to call up you're entering the town and slowing down to go back to speed. Left wheel here.
200 meters to dismount.
200 meters.
Copy.
Approaching dismount point, get ready. Right, go right, go off road.
Right behind this concealment to the right.
We're gonna dismount at the compound. This is 3-2, we're gonna approach the compound on the right side and dismount there. Right, dismount,
Shots.
dismount.
Taking fire. Alpha, roll out.
This is
Sounds
pretty
like
cool.
that.
Get taken fire unknown.
Sounded like it was southeast.
Don't have eyes on it.
Let's get straight to this compound and clear out.
Roger.
Alright, stay down there.
Alpha's gonna push into his
Go
compound.
into the compound.
I thought.
On you, one left.
Okay, I'm gonna pop this door open.
Yeah, do it.
Looks clear. I'm gonna go and go left.
Copy. So. Alright.
Left looks clear.
Going up on the warehouse door.
Top looks clear.
Opening.
There's no left.
Alright, open towards me.
Clear back here.
We're clear.
Alright, going right.
Send it
Right,
to
clear
3-2.
friendlies have entered in.
Did you see if we can engage from our southwestern side? Get a
I didn't pack my spray paint. Someone else left to tag it.
Is the compound clear, Alpha?
Hey, fam.
On you.
Let's start moving 3-3. I want you to go ahead and bound past 3-2.
I thought.
We heading back out this way, Stuart.
3-3 is gonna bounce.
Sounded like
Move
shots
at
in
a
the
bearing of
south.
1, 2, 3. Move about 100 meters.
Alpha, hold here, and then wait for further orders.
Hillside with my thermals. I don't see anything.
Roger, hold him.
3-2. I want you to go ahead and get a base of fire, looking out that direction of great southwest and southeast. I'll copy over.
3-2 copy.
Hey, Vern, we
Shots sound like they're behind us.
Yeah,
They're at least off.
southeast.
They're at least off angle to us.
Roger. Until we get an exact bearing, I will send out.
Good copy.
Got a church out to bearing
Gonna
136.
pass this. They're gonna bound past this. That is what he's
Oh, chapel,
Alpha, hold
technically.
here. 3-3's gonna bounce past us.
Roger, holding.
Copy.
Crossing, Chris. Can I cross?
Yeah, go for it, son.
Stand by.
Devin, where are you?
All elements, this is Havoc 3-7. If you see contacts, go ahead and start marking them on Blueprint Marker. We need to know what we see over.
Is that thermal?
There's a 10 tower to the southwest, about 224. I'm not seeing any movement up there. Something clear.
Roger, guys, on that. If you see any movement, let me know. Anything at all.
Even a rabbit.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's right here on the floor, on the left. Oh, I should have put it back.
Oh,
Oh, you got it.
Hey, Smith.
Yo, what's
Do you
up?
have a microdagger with you?
No, all I have is a tablet.
Okay.
Go for action.
Jacob over here.
Aries is on top of the mountain. The one turn is out.
I'm gonna probably give you
What's the hold up?
I mean, Havoc 3-7, be advised. This is going to be a little bit of an
Alright, I haven't received anything yet, so just keep holding.
Okay.
Roger, go ahead and do that. Engage 3-3. Have you moved up and bound past 3-2 over?
Left side, I think. Yeah, left side.
3-3 is us for Mike time now.
It's just the head.
Roger. Make it happen.
Alright, take us out.
Anybody got bearing on that?
Negative, but something's from the east.
Roger, I got no eyes on from my position. Let's just hold here. Looks like 3-3's engaging.
Roger, holding.
Actually, looks like Bravo's engaging, actually.
Still got nothing from the southwest.
Roger, just hold here. 3-3's actually starting their bounding movement.
I will literally pay them money if they can get that shit done faster.
Havoc 3-7. Havoc 3 is engaged. One time. At 130-151. Pittsburgh is 0747. Marksman is now down. Over.
Havoc 7, Havoc 3, this is Havoc 7, so I'll copy the last.
Set up 3-2.
Havoc 7 is 3-7 on 3-1 over.
3, this is 7, send it.
Havoc 7 is 3-7, Realism number is 0746, Grand Rapids break. 128, 151 is patrol moving northwest to southeast along that ASR over.
Alpha start moving southeast.
Alpha, start moving southeast.
Hey!
Pushing southeast.
Alpha moving southeast.
Yeah, rally up on me first, then we'll move southeast.
Yeah, we're on you, let's just go.
Copy, Extra Officer.
Hardman's getting antsy.
Pushing right.
Southeast.
Let's do wedge, strong right.
Who do you want taking point?
Go ahead, Perkinson, take point.
Copy.
Alpha, push all the way up to the church. 3-3, this is 3-2, we're gonna push past you. 3-2 copies. 07.
Alright,
0746.
just southeast from our position. There's
Crossing.
spotted, patrolling west, southeast.
Bravo, keep that big with us. Just drive over the fences.
Perkinson, you see the church at 145?
Top of the hill, A firm.
3-2's.
Want me to go to it or keep going southeast?
Yep, move all the way up to the church and get set there.
Copy that, moving.
I'm gonna have to go off comms for 2 minutes. You guys continue, I'll just catch up.
Copy.
I'm behind a tree, I should be safe.
Who's going off comms? I heard somebody in the background said who off comms.
Look directly east at the intersection, they should be able to go at a stationary checkpoint.
Interrogative, what's Alpha doing?
Copy, we're getting eyes on time now.
Alpha.
Alpha.
Side, Bravo. Let's go ahead and
Be advised, I got eyes on a patrol in the town southeast. Their guns down, 141.
Say again, Baron.
141 southeast and moving down the road. Their weapons down at this time.
Keep yourself secure, don't expose.
Be advised 200 meters to our east.
Looks like they're wearing robes and edge of AKs.
I can't see that fucking shit.
Copy, just keep eyes on them, don't engage. Just to keep yourself hidden for the time being.
There's
contacts
contacts in the building directly 112, second floor. Second floor, 132, broken building.
Alright, we're taking shots and engaging.
Engage.
Right, we're at 40 back to 4.
Yeah, I got eyes on.
Alright, sorry about that guys. I'm back here.
Southeast.
I'm back on comms, I'm moving up time now. Actually, it's gonna be a firm fucking negative. Just a clusterfuck on the hill.
I'm gonna need a medic.
I'm trying to make my way.
You see that? Yeah, that, right there.
Yeah, I got it.
Perkinson, I'm moving up on you, I'm gonna be on your south side.
Alpha, we got contact east at 085.
I need the bandage, patch up.
Copy, you good, just work on yourself.
Perkinson, you walked right in front of me.
Hey, I got eyes on the guy bearing
107
second floor.
Keep that vehicle behind until we clear out these all these
Second
contacts.
floor window, he's throwing nades and shit out of it.
Bravo. I see him.
He's down, yeah.
Right there.
I hit him a couple times.
Maybe, yeah. Hey, put a 40 mic back through that window. Where's the Renegade at?
Top floor window, yeah. Nice. That was a good frag.
A little bit of nitro, sorry.
You can pop the gun out on top of this hill if you want to
Stuart,
without
stop trying to.
explosive.
I think I'm bleeding.
We shouldn't be already stacked up in this one single structure and get fucked if they.
I don't see how we're gonna manage
Little
that.
Barry, we're gonna move.
Alpha, I want to push east. Direct 1081 towards the two-story.
Push east. 181. Correction,
Still contact southeast, down slope. Stay close.
just got took one to the chest. I'm bandaging.
Alpha, go back down the hill and go hook around if you have to. Get to that eastern two-story.
Copy, Atro. Working on it.
Yep, do not push the ASR. Out to you. 3-2, this is 3-7.
Send it for V2.
Let me know when you want us to move.
Yep, on me time now. We're gonna move down to the down slope to the northeast and then hook around to the right.
Pushing back west.
I firm, that's what we're doing already. On it.
Good copy.
Use the yellow smoke for cover.
How about 40 miles? Enemy 40 coming in.
Three to 6 seconds on top. Get it with the quickness over.
Might want to spread out a little bit.
Yeah, get online and get your spacing good because we've got 40 mile max coming in. Hold it for the time being.
Alpha, ready to start approaching the checkpoint on Blue Force marker 0748. Bravo, I want you on your position on the two-story.
Actual's running away himself again. Are we going with him?
The roadblock is to our straight southeast 132 past this construction building.
They're out.
That's an A-firm. Move around to the left, keep yourself in cover from the town. Pop smoke if you need to. Roadblock, left side. It's on the far left side of the roadblock, behind the Hiscos. Pop smoke if you need to on the actual roadblock itself.
I was smoking, I'm gonna move up on. I'm moving up now, smoke is bloomed.
Keep yourself in cover.
You're 6 Burton. Watch your right, Ferguson.
Watching right.
Move around on the left side if you need to.
Moving around on the right now.
Roger.
I'm with you, hold him.
Yep, holding up. I'm going in right.
Watch that Vic.
Moving in. Going, alright. I got right looks clear over here.
I got down the road to the southeast.
Bunker clear.
Roger, target. And come out and get eyes to the southeast.
Check that Vic too for.
Actual, the roadblock is clear. I'm attacking now.
I'll check in.
Alright, hold up here, just get eyes to the town. Bravo's gonna get online with us.
I'm gonna use stick of morphine when anybody gets a chance. I'm gonna jump in a bunker, watch south. Disregard.
Roger, I'll send it.
We're gonna clear this stuff on our east, this two-story.
Are you sending stuff on the radio, Hardman? Because I'm not hearing you for some reason.
I'm hearing him.
Hey, John, I'm on net.
Say again, Natural.
He can't hear you on the radio, so.
Copy, Alpha's moving.
Okay.
Alright, we're pushing south along the road. That's the road on the left, I guess.
Yeah, but moving south down the
We're
road.
gonna bypass the building to our left.
Roger that.
You know what? Perkinson, hold up. Hardman, Stewart, clear that construction building. We're gonna hold up here. Go back and clear that construction building. I don't want something popping up on our flank.
Roger, clearing it.
On your 6.
Window looks clear. RPG, RPG.
Where the fuck it come from?
Popping it open.
I'll tag it.
Yeah, it's clear. Gonna hold the stairs here.
On you.
Okay, pushing up. A dead guy on the right.
What's the status on clearing that construction building?
This room's clear. Looking alright so far.
Right.
Stuart, send it up, because I can't hear Hadman.
Building looks clear, pushing out.
Roger, get on the left side of the road, let me know when you're ready.
Armor, we're pushing the left side of the road if we can't hear him.
I can hear him just fine, but thank you. RPG from the fucking right on the west side. I can see the fucking backblast.
You have a bearing?
It was like 255, 257.
Are we continuing our movement? Alpha?
Negative, hold at the T section until 3-3's online with us.
Contact 218 down the road.
7 out. It's taking a shit ton of time for you.
I saw 2 contacts moving right to left down the road.
7 guys in that building. He's going to kick around. Someone's getting shut up.
Alpha, we're clearing the church. Team 2 on the left side of the road, cross over to my front and move up to the wall.
Roger, pushing.
Havoc 3, this is 3-2.
You set?
Set.
Copy, we're getting on your left. Alright, move up to this church compound and start clearing out buildings.
234.
We got a guy in the front window.
234.
He's down, he's down.
We gotta go kill him.
Perkinson, let's move into this church compound and start clearing out buildings.
Yeah, pocket. Yeah, shoot
No,
the window down.
he's behind the corner, the light there. You see it? That
Oh,
window.
sure, let's
yeah,
go.
you guys stand by.
Tying.
Signal from.
Right's clear going in left. Left's
Alright,
clear.
Alright, go ahead and cross phase line 1.
Right out, Bravo,
Something
push
went
that
out.
window, clear that shit out.
George, you on the bridge to the church? Church looks clear.
In the road of, hold on. Oh, pushing the church.
Yeah, clear out the church.
Down left.
Right.
Fucking
Clear right.
stuck on shit. Going down the middle. Looks good.
There's another house here.
Yeah, we're clear, we're clear.
Church clear, coming out.
Copy, get security southwest, we're just gonna clear this last building then link up with you.
Roger, security southwest.
Oh, watching southwest.
Alpha, keep pushing southeast.
Right,
I'm gonna throw my backpack in there as well.
Left is clear.
Progression along the road.
Building clear. Friendly coming out one time.
7-3, 7 be advised, you have to exit shop, keep the tempo, and move a little more faster than that.
Bravo, keep your vehicle without.
Alpha, rally on me, we're gonna be pushing southeast. So come behind the church compound.
Roger. I'm gonna go off comms for 10 seconds and see if I can fix this comms bug with me and hold him.
Yeah, you good.
Copy.
Connected.
Comms check.
Name Charlie.
Hey.
I made them covering.
Stuart, where you at? Cross over to my left, we gotta move to southeast.
Sounds like a Vic off to the south, not ours.
It's track.
Prepping AT.
Copy, I'll
Yeah,
send it
sounds like a BMP prepping AT.
Actual, this is Alpha. We have audible on a BMP to the southwest. Unknown range.
AT's been prepped.
Crossing over to you. Start clearing out this compound. I've sent it up, it's pretty far away. I don't think it's gonna come down the street. Actually, you know what? Just in case, Perkinson, just wait here. Stuart on me, we'll clear this building.
Close to me.
Still moving, still moving. Bergenton, crest of the hill is 53 meters to the crest of that hill.
Say again, distance?
5-3.
Got that 5-3.
You're with me already. Follow me. I want to see if I can get eyes on down this road.
Roger, Bergenton and I are going hunting for BMP.
There it goes.
Toast.
Set.
Right, let's go. Clear.
Arma and I are to your southeast. We're gonna move back to you.
Alpha rally upon me, gonna be moving southwest on the road that the BMP just got fucking destroyed on.
Got that, move back.
Going cross when you rallied up. Team 2 cross to the other side of the T section.
Crossing. I'm set.
I'm with you, Holden.
Cross.
Crossing behind you.
Alright, let's move on this road southwest. Stagger column, I guess. Actually, you know what? Let's just stay on the right side of the road.
Interrogative, are we walking towards Cookoff?
No. When we get close enough, we'll cross over to the left.
Okay.
Man, if I saw an area I was at, I would never hit that BMP.
Alright, when we get to this T-junction, we're gonna take a left. But we're gonna move over to the left side of the road now just to avoid this Cookoff, so cross down.
Crossing
to the left
southeast
side.
now. Person is set.
Holden, go ahead and cross, I'll hold here.
Cross.
Where's that big well big guy? I forgot. Can he fucking think through the
Alright, we're still on the other side.
Roger, come over.
Tell him to catch it. There he is.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna follow the road that's leading southeast from the T-junction.
Advise, we've crossed the LOA at this point.
Yeah, we're cross limit in advance now.
Hold up.
Push that. Better eyes on the second floor building. Friendlies, southwest.
Alright, Alpha, we're gonna orientate to the southwest and start pushing that direction as soon as we've reached the main advance.
Roger, southwest. I got white smoke to the southwest. Close.
The friendlies,
Copy, go ahead and cross.
Please got it.
I'm crossing.
Yep.
Cross southwest to this destroyed building.
Yeah, we got friendlies over there, don't worry. Send it.
Chris building.
3-3 is just to the southwest of us, down the road. You should be able to see them behind the white smoke.
It's clear. My guy gave me a jump scare.
Where's the security element? Need at least one guy watching your rear.
Perkinson, stay with me.
Got that.
Right, Bravo, push southeast along the road and then take a right turn. Take
Friendly's hit.
3-3, this is 3-7.
Bound past them.
See traffic.
Right,
Pass.
friendlies.
Yeah, I got lucky. He hit me in the leg and I went down and hit the floor and all his shots were above me.
See if you can get eyes on that contact to our southwest.
Yeah, got advised which bushes in the way.
I'm gonna
Good
push
eyes on
west a little.
something, looks like a bunker at 229 through the trees.
Good
Stand
job.
by while I send that up.
Possible roadblock.
Yeah, affirm, it's bunker.
Alright, start pushing. Start pushing.
Yeah, it probably is.
I got no eyes on
Bravo,
anything moving down there.
that building, there's a bunker up ahead.
Alright, let's just keep moving southwest. Stay on the left side.
Watch the building on your left here, Holden.
Immediately towards waypoint 2. I mean waypoint 1. Let's say again, move waypoint 1.
I'll be advised that waypoint is right behind an enemy bunker. I don't think
Team
it's
2, get security southwest.
Team 2 is pushing up on the tunnel.
Roger, door bounding.
Roger, southwest.
Go ahead and start moving and clear it.
Actual's that in front of us again, so I'm going to push past him to the southwest.
Start moving waypoint 1 now.
Bravo, push towards 0754 as well. Let's clear that bunker out. 3-2 pushing tunnel.
Alright, keep moving southwest.
Around it, probably dead.
Alright, 737. We're now
Actual's still out in front by himself without a medic.
Copy, try and stay close to him. He's sort of right on point, but see what you can do.
Roger.
We're just going to continue moving to the southwest till we get to waypoint 1.
Roger that, we're basically there now, we're with Actual at this bunker.
Roger.
Stuart, just keeping half an eye on that building to our left.
Bunker's empty. Right, it's empty. Copy.
Boy, we're already here.
Hold at the bunker complex. Guys, south and southwest.
That didn't go up.
Occupying a bunker. Let's move across to the south and check that little chapel there.
Right, Bravo, get that Vic on waypoint 1. We're gonna be mounting up now.
Alright, get ready to mount up.
You want me to check this chapel to the south?
Yeah,
yep, I'm with you.
Got that moving.
Push the Vic up a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna take more.
One set.
Going in. It's clear.
Mark it. Havoc 37. I'll have to this is 2. Our Vic is on waypoint 1. Do you want us to mount up now? Keep security. We're gonna be mounting up.
Keep security down the road to the southwest.
I'm gonna move up like 10 meters to the rock wall.
Yeah, you're good.
I am the ghost of bunkers past.
Index.
Roger, index.
Rally on the green smoke.
Are you full index or just like a mid debrief?
Don't know this time, just go condition 4, rally on the green smoke.
Roger, condition 4, rally green smoke.
Bravo,
Go,
rally up
go.
on green smoke. Index for condition.
Don't go
Condition for
direct.
your weapons.
Gentlemen, don't go directly
not
into the
condition.
smoke. No, he said condition for your weapons.
Oh.
Condition for your weapons now. Who the hell said please on my nets?
Sorry, that was me. You say this word wrong.
Oh, okay.
Got it, are you back?
Last time I got a please was never.
I always say this word.
Copy, Can we get a medic to do some medical on target reaching?
I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm a man. Man bleed.
Copy that, target.
Might be the other
All right.
one.
Lock it up, gentlemen. All right. So, can anybody tell me what went wrong in this town?
Yes, Sergeant.
I have.
I made a mistake. I stayed in the back way too long. I did not push the vehicle with the Bravo, so that was a mistake from me. I apologize for that.
Yes, that is a one key of that situation. Gentlemen, you have to realize those Vics are force multiplier. You want to keep them along the side of the infantry. They work hand in hand. You separate one, you literally increase the risk when walking through this area. That vehicle can see higher rises, so then you can then shift your focus a little bit. But infantry still should be looking up at the high rises in no sense. But stop making these vehicles being left behind. As you move as infantry, you move with the vehicles. Now, I guess it wasn't going over 100%, but we're going to go back to the basics on this convoy stuff because the fact is, it's it's simple, but it's a fact. You guys need a lot of training on it. And I don't want you guys to do this in operations and situations like that. Private McMillan, you got something?
Yeah. The
Or yes,
second.
Sergeant.
Yes, Sergeant. Thank you. The second mistake that I took responsibility of when the BMP or was it BTR, when he got approached to us, I did not call out to push to get the vehicle out of the road.
As
That was another mistake for me.
All right. Thank you for owning up to your mistakes. This is why we train gentlemen to find these mistakes. But yes, once that BMP was called out, it shouldn't have took myself calling Havoc 3 to tell him to get that vehicle in cover, and then I had to jump into the driver's seat to put it in cover. That shouldn't happen, gentlemen, at all. In that situation, you should immediately when it was sent down the net, that vehicle should go in behind a building. Yeah, that gun system, but that gun system is not equipped to take out a BMP. It needs to be behind cover. Some comments regarding that. Who is that? Sergeant Court.
Thank you, Sergeant. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right. I don't know which one of you boneheads it fucking was, but I saw someone lining up an AT-4 shot, and then they turned and fired that fucking AT at a single infantry. What the fuck? Don't do that. There were like 3 other guys right around you that could have easily had your security, but instead you chose to fire that anti-tank weapon at a single infantry and didn't even kill him. So, fucking A. Let's not do that anymore. Thank you, Sergeant.
Yes. If you guys can see this size 12 boot down here, if I ever hear that again of someone shooting one of my AT-4s or Lords or Mausers or Javelin, any fucking thing at a single infantry marker that is supposed to be used for taking out heavy Vics, I will personally put it up your ass. Do not waste those on single fucking threats. They're not meant for that. That is why you have an M4. That is why you have a sword. That is why you have any type of weapon system. Not that weapon system. Alright? Alright. Other thing. As you guys, your communication amongst as squads were fucking lacking. I understand you guys are 2 ICs. You guys now need to be trained up. And this is the perfect time. We're in FTX mode. We're going to be training you guys up. Be able to communicate on all levels. But it was bad that Havoc 3 had to sit there and kind of micromanage your orders, and that's not what I do. I refuse to do that on all situations. You guys have to sit there and take the initiative. I know sometimes it's scary to make your own calls and choices on the field, but you got to do it. Because the fact is, if you don't, you'll sit there with your head in the face and the enemy will start maneuvering on you. And as to come into another topic, the enemy did maneuver on us. A couple of buildings was not clear and they shot us in the ass. So remember, you gotta clear buildings. If it takes forever to go through it, send it up. But as you send it up, that gets sent up to me, allow me to know what the hell the situation. So make sure that you guys did really well was clearing. I didn't see any situations regarding the clearing. Buildings went in. You guys stuck to your corners. I didn't see anyone in the middle of the room. Good fucking job on that. As you guys moved down the street, you hugged your corners and you kept visual on second floors. I believe the movement, the fluid movement going down the corridors fucking was good. Going down the lanes of the roads were fucking good. So keep that up. So that means your squad leaders are sitting there teaching you guys relatively good on that. As you got to the phase line, oh my gosh, I'm going to commend for the elements stopping. Oh my god, I don't know how many times I have to preach stop at the phase line. Now they did make a mistake and call it the platoon line, but it's okay. I love it. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put that in the world book. But it's a phase line, and yes, good job you stopped and held for elements, even though it took longer. You stopped. But in the event that you do stop and you're still taking contact, and one of the buildings has passed it, I don't mind you sitting there moving up trying to take out that threat so it doesn't continuously rain down on you. But in all sense, you guys did good. You guys need some work. And that is why I'm happy that we're in this FTX cycle because we're going to retraining everything from the beginning.
Sergeant Smith, Sergeant Ramirez, it's your show. I guess I've given them a deaf ear by now.
Sergeant Smith, you want to take over or you want me to do?
Oh, you go first, Sergeant Ramirez.
Thank you, Sergeant Richie. I got a few comments to do. Sergeant Richie basically covered everything, but there's one thing that I want to cover really quick. It's clearing those red dots that you see in your micro daggers. You guys got to clear it, send it out, that you guys clear it out so we can delete it, or the squad leader can delete it. If you guys leave them up, it's going to become so crowded we don't know which ones are active and which ones are not. So next time you clean a red dot, send it up, we'll delete it. Other than that, I don't have any.
And Sergeant, one second. Just to make it clear, gentlemen, he's talking about the red 4 markers. He's not talking about the red dots like you see red dots on the map. He's talking about the red 4 markers. If you clear a red 4 marker, make sure to delete it as the squad leader. That's the squad leader's discretion to do that. Continue, Sergeant Ramirez.
Other than that, I don't have anything for the whole squad. I do have a lot for 3-3, but I'll do that in private since we're running out of time. Sergeant Smith, you got anything?
Yes, thank you, Sergeant Ramirez. Overall, your guys' performance was all right. I didn't see nothing crucially bad. Your movements were swift. When asked to start moving quickly, you guys did okay with that. And I don't expect you guys to do very horrible when it comes to the platoon training tomorrow, in my opinion. Just make sure you guys are quickly on comms with your higher ups, especially squad leaders, communicating to the platoon HQ and along with teammates communicating with squad leaders. And please keep the VIX protected. If you're the team that's in charge of the VIX, your overall security, like I said, is on the vehicles. You're not covering the element that's moving. I mean, the team that's moving. You have to actually watch the VIC. That means that the team that is not charged of vehicle, you guys got to bound by buddy teams because you can't depend on the other team to cover you now. That's it, Sergeant Ramirez.
Copy that. Aries, you got anything?
Yes, thank you, Sergeant. So the first foremost, number one question, you guys have fun tonight?
That was an easy, sucky mission.
All right. Well, the only note I had, other than the blatant misuse of Army anti-tank property, was when you guys are taking contact, don't just stand in the open and try and shoot back. Get to cover. Because a lot of the times when I saw you guys would get contact, you just turn and try and shoot back while your whole body just standing out in the fucking open with your dick in the wind. So make sure you're getting to cover, protecting yourself and the men around you first, and then return fire. And that's all I got. Thanks, Sergeant. Sergeant Birdwell?
Yes, thank you, Sergeant.
Birdwell, Sergeant Birdwell, got anything?
Sorry, say again?
You got anything for the...
Yes, I do, Sergeant, thank you. One thing is, when you are clearing out, say on a street, you gotta have the stack proper. You gotta have one person looking front, the next two people looking to a variation of the side, either 45, close to the rear, close to the back, or one looking at balconies, one looking towards the side. There were several times where I walked up upon people who were walking on the side of the street, and they were not looking to the side, they were all looking towards the front. And that could have led to the casualties of many people. Just make sure you keep your CQC stacking correct. That's all. Thank you, Sergeant.
Thank you. All right. Comments for the whole joint training, not the individual squad.
Actually, 1 second. See if we can get Lieutenant Miller said anything.
Oh. Thank you, Sergeant. I guess there is just one thing that I think is really important to stress here, just because it was said multiple times tonight, as well has been the emphasis as of at least the last FTX cycle, is an important understanding of the job above you. I don't know if this is how long that emphasis necessarily will be put, like, company-wide, right? We probably will be continuing to evolve in our learning and continue to move onto other skills that we can keep harnessing, but it's up to us individually to remember moments like this of what your boss's job is, so that when you're out there and your boss goes down, not only can you do their job, but more importantly, let's say they're not down, if you can read their mind of what they have to get accomplished, then the team works more efficiently. That 5 seconds, 10 seconds of that order having to transmit down the chain doesn't have to happen if you react, because what we're doing here is simple math. It's 1 and 1 equals 2. There's not a lot of variables or audibles that can get thrown in there, right? We go up to we shoot at bad guys, we kill them. That's it. I mean, so if you break down what we're doing, it's not very difficult. So my point to that is that better understanding your boss's job makes this overall machine just function a lot more smoothly here, I guess. So make sure you're paying attention to that, and take that away as you move on. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Sir, one question I had.
Yes.
I thought 1 plus 1 equals 6, sir. I'm kind of special, sir.
I'm just quoting somebody. I don't do math. I don't know. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I just 1 plus 1 plus 6.
He's not a first lieutenant yet, Sergeant.
I was actually supposed to be a joke on myself, but okay.
All right, anyone else have any comments or questions? Sergeant Chasko, I forgot about you, I'm sorry.
Thank you kindly, Sergeant Smith. I got one thing for 3-3 specifically, but then who was leading the whole kit and caboodle tonight?
That'll be Private Russell.
No. Not like...
What?
Who's leading both squads tonight?
It was a mixture of Sergeant Ramirez and I, but I was doing most of it.
Okay. Just one little point towards your direction would be a violence of movement or violence of action. I know Top spouts a whole lot about getting in there, being fucking deadly and loud, and I think you guys could benefit from a bit more of that. Try to leave more to maybe your squad leads and fire team leads, especially on this last bit here. It seemed like there was already a bounding and a movement already on that, but then there were orders sent down to just not to mess everything up, but it did kind of confuse some people because they were I know 3-3 Bravo was more than halfway to the bunker, and then we were told, hey, stop, turn around, get to the rock wall, we're covering now. And it was okay. So if you see your subordinates doing what they should be doing, and there is, a bound and movement going, maybe try to just let them be free a bit more.
Yes, thanks, Sergeant Chasko, and thanks for giving me something reminding me about. All right, so squad leaders.
One second.
Go ahead.
All right, Sergeant. What Sergeant Chasko said was very, very important. But that also comes down to you squad leaders and you acting squad leaders. If in the event that you're being ordered to do something totally different when you're doing something else, you have to resend that back up to adjust that order, because Platoon HQ only sees a spot on a tablet or Android. We don't know what all other of you 10 or the other of you 9 guys are doing within the squad. So if you're moving on an objective and Platoon HQ is telling you to do a supporting type situation, say, relay it back, hey, Havoc 3-6, I request that we adjust that order because I already have elements moving up there, and then we will readjust it. We usually never ever override a squad leader's call because you guys have a better situational picture on the floor than we do. But that's all I had. Good learning point. Thank you, Sergeant Tosco, for that comment.
Anytime.
And I was just about to say the same thing as Sergeant Ritchie. It's you guys got to make sure you let us know. Hey, Havoc 3, this is 3-3 or 3-2. We're pushing it on the Sergeant Ritchie. What time is platoon training?
Platoon training is 2000.
2000. Okay.
Yes.
2000 tomorrow, guys. 900. All right. You gotta let us know. You gotta let anyone know. Your Platoon HQ and other squads know. Hey, we're pushing on the position of the compound. All I saw is that you guys were behind 3-2 when I saw the markers. So I told 3-2 to move up and have you guys go up in that elevated position and cover them. So Sergeant Tosco got a good point. Make sure you guys bring that up so we can know, because all we see is just your location, not the whole squad's movement. All right, anyone else have anything else? Did I miss anyone?
Going once, twice. Done. Thank you,
Okay.
Philly.
Thank you guys so much for filling in. Like, you guys really make this
Jerry.
joint training possible.
Thanks.
And you guys will definitely get a promotion point.
Thank you,
Because y'all
everyone.
make
3-3,
it possible.
let's go back to 3-3 channel. Thank you, 3-2.
Especially on
Thank
Tasha
you.
for taking this time to fill in. And everyone else low to the mailers and the mailers is gone. If you guys want to set up a patrol report, y'all can. If y'all want to practice on that, it's up to y'all.
Oh, I'm having my...
I do need a attendance 3-2.
Hey, Phil, I got it.
Fuck, there we go. Alright, that is going to be that whole situation. We will be back at this tomorrow. Is the plan.
I think it's all of us. Alright, Sergeant Lee, I guess you can lead the debrief if you...
Jesus. Yeah, so we'll be back at this tomorrow. And then next week will be FTX again for more daggery goodness. I guess. Ciao.